Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Chat.
Well, I don't know what to tell people. I mean, I've seen in our chat already. Oh, another sad show. Another sad thumbnail. So the thumbnail is the image that we have on YouTube to promote the show, right? Like it's this still image when you see it on YouTube. And it says, like, here's what's coming up on the show today. Fried bacon. Snowballs. Canada loses gold. And it's Connor McDavid. I don't know what we're supposed to put. It's the news of the day. I guess do you want sad McDavid or do you want Happy Matthews? What do you want?
Ooh,
yeah. There's. Do you want to be kicked in the right ball or the left ball? Those are your options. Sorry, everybody. Like, you want Happy Matthews or sad McDavid? Sorry. What's everybody doing today? Is everybody okay? I mean, it's been over 24 hours. I know we're still talking about it. We're going to talk about it today. This is the thing. I just have to say it. Everybody knows it.
right.
Like the offices around Edmonton this morning. Did you watch it? How you feeling? They didn't have to give any context. Marty Biron's going to be on the show. We love talking to him at around 3:40. Connor Hellebuyck plays for the Winnipeg Jets. How do you feel in Winnipeg? Are you thrilled for Connor? Are you happy for Connor Hellebuyck? Or are you thinking like, hey, just do that in the playoffs, pal? He did win the Hart Trophy.
Yeah, you'd have to be happy for Connor Hellebuyck.
Yeah.
That actually might be the silver lining. If you're in Winnipeg, you're a Jets fan, you do have, it's just not all misery, right?
Yeah, maybe that's their silver lining.
So, yeah, it's got to
be. I got a question for everybody. If you could only win one as a player, Olympic gold medal or the Stanley Cup?
That's not a question, is it?
It's not for me.
It's not for me. I mean,
let's say our answer simultaneously on 3. 1, 2, 3. Stanley Cup. Oh, okay, so there you go.
I mean, that's not even up for debate, is it?
It might be. I don't know.
I mean,
it's important to win for your nation.
I'm not downplaying an Olympic gold medal. I'm just saying when you grow up and you're playing street hockey and your team wins, you're not having people put a gold medal around your neck. You're pretending like you're hoisting the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
That's what you dream of as a child.
Yeah.
Growing up in hockey, that is.
Well, we have a lot to discuss today. Olympics, some other storylines we want to get to as well. Mark Kennedy helped the Canadian men's curling team win gold. The Oilers traveling today. They play in Anaheim on Wednesday. So we're back to having GCLD's Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows. So for Wednesday's game, 7:30 for the pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. He's on right after the game for the post-game show. I mentioned our guests are Marty Biron and Jamie Thomas. If you are tuning in on YouTube today, thank you for doing so. Remember, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already, and give us the thumbs up.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Now, you may also be on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. That's also awesome. We appreciate you however you consume us, iHeart and TuneIn. Great audio streaming apps. Now, the YouTube with the visual element, and I see people posting in the nasty chat. That's the chat function going on YouTube. We a little bit of a different look from Jay and I today because we were both wearing suits, which we rarely do.
Well, you do. On Oilers game day, you
usually don't have the jacket.
You always have but you have it here.
Yes.
And usually the final segment, it comes out. Me, this is a first. I'm not really like a suit guy. I don't have several suits. I don't have the need to wear suits all that often. But when I do, and when I get it custom made, it's from Modern Measure, Reid. And the boys did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
I was just going to say, if people were following our social media for the last couple of weeks, they saw little teasers of us at Modern Measure, getting measured, picking out some fabrics, some little extras that they give you. For example, the inside of my suit, if I open this side, it says Reid Wilkins. If I open this side, it says Edmonton Sports Talk. So that's now how I can just introduce myself. I can just flash open my suit. I don't even have to talk to people. It's perfect.
Yeah, mine says EST on this side, and on this side, it says Glue Guy 2. So the other suit I have is also from Modern Measure.
Right.
And it's Glue Guy 1. So this is Glue Guy 2. I'm building a fleet of Glue Guy jackets. Now, I will say this, Reid. On the monitor, it would appear as though you're wearing more closer to a black suit. But Reid, if you pull yourself away from the window, maybe come this way. I'm hoping that, yeah, there you go.
You can tell it's burgundy.
That's better.
And burgundy is my color.
You look dashing. You look phenomenal.
So, and burgundy suits have kind of been more prevalent lately. But if I could have got a burgundy suit when I was a teenager, I would have. I love the color burgundy. And I think I look good. And one of the few things that I might look, maybe not good, but I look not bad in.
No, you look stunning.
Like I have a lot of burgundy T-shirts and stuff like that. So yeah, I was thrilled to get this suit from Modern Measure. They did a great job.
Matches your flesh tone quite well.
It really does. I
Yes.
sort of have a bit of a burgundy hue to me.
Yes, because it is Modern Measure Monday, which every show here at some point will be having the hosts have custom suits made from Modern Measure. They'll wear them on Modern Measure Monday. So I went with the black suit. I don't have a black suit.
Oh, really?
So, I got the blue one, and now I have a black one. So I think I'm starting to build a little bit of something that, I got at least a suit for every event.
Well, and I feel as if you don't need a ton of suits. I don't feel, I guess depending on your job, even in my job, I'll wear a suit to the home games. There may be an occasion or 2 or 3 a year where I'll need to wear a suit, but you get, a couple, 3 maybe solid suits. And then you got the shirt and tie combinations and you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah, I'll give you a little twirl here. So yeah, everything's custom.
Yeah.
Even down to the butt flap.
Even down to the butt flap, we could pick. What could we pick? 1 split or 2? What was it called?
Yeah.
How'd you like your butt? 1 crack or 2?
Well, I got a bit of an ass. Yeah, I said that, Goob.
You got a big football ass.
I got a big football ass, so I needed the 2. What would you call it?
The two slits. I got 2 as well.
Yeah.
So we're feeling great.
We're feeling good.
We're looking great. We hope. Thanks to the guys at Modern Measure. They're right in Edmonton Tower downtown. So diagonally across from the arena there.
Yes.
Yeah. Main floor. It was a great experience getting the suits and picking everything. So we really thank them.
Yeah. You're right. It's a very calm ambiance. You can have a beer while they're getting you suited up, and everything's custom measured. I mean, even your biceps, your thighs, like it's custom.
Yeah, my bicep measurement didn't take very long. It was a negative number.
Yeah, what do you think of these cuffs, Reid? I got cuffs on my jacket.
I did not, but I got cuffs on my
your
pant leg. Yeah,
like every detail. You can pick how you want the.
And we showed the monogramming.
Yeah, it's like
There's
the inside
secret spots you can get that done too.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you have one in a secret spot?
I do. I can't show you though. It's a secret.
That wouldn't be a secret then.
It's a secret. So thanks to the guys at Modern Measure, and check them out downtown. And remember, if you're Googling them or whatever, like we assume people know this, but we also have to remember some people might be new or be like, "What's Modern Measure?" They do the MDRN.
Yes.
So if you're giving them a Google or want to go to the website, MDRN Measure.
It's like how they shortened Bourbon Street to Bourbon. This is modern.
Yeah. This is cooler though.
Much cooler.
All right, we got a special guest here standing by. He's going to give you, well, he's not a guest. He's a big part of the show. He's going to give you your afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Finishing second to the Yanks is kind of like going for ice cream and getting a bag full of lemons instead. Hey, when I was a kid, 3-on-3 was for schoolyard hoops, not Olympic hockey. I still can't believe Wynn and McKinnon missed that open net. Smelly Helly was great, but he was more out to lunch on that one than my brother-in-law playing Pai Gow poker. Canadian men did get the gold on the Pebble.
Hey, Jason Milne, is that the top of the podium in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I'm Chet Palmer.
Oh, well done, Chet. We missed you on Friday.
Oh, was he not here on Friday either?
No, it's funny. I don't know. I think he feels more comfortable when you're here because you're the original contact for Chet Palmer.
I am, yes.
So I don't know. Some guests on the morning show don't like to come on when Dusty and Eric aren't here.
Oh, I see.
I think that's kind of like what Chet is.
Chet doesn't want to do that.
Win and McKinnon. Okay. Not so Win and McKinnon, I guess, would be more appropriate right now.
He calls him Win and McKinnon, but Chet's got his own nicknames for people.
Smelly Helly. Yeah, he was great.
I want to play something here, and I'll just kind of put this out there now. We can dive deeper into it later because we got our off-topic topic coming up here in a second as well. John Cooper, coach of the Canadian Olympic men's hockey team, after the game.
I didn't think we could play better after the Finnish game, and they proved me wrong. And I thought it was a flawless performance by a group of players that gave nothing but bled red and white for 3 periods plus a hockey. And I couldn't be more proud of the group. They did everything we asked of them and more. Executed our plan, and just some days it's just not meant to be. And unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be today, but it wasn't because, this team stubbed their toe. They were exceptional.
All right, now just at first blush, Jay, give me your 20-second reaction to that. How do you feel about that?
I agree. I mean, I thought they deserved to win that game. They didn't, and I'm not going to sit here and bitch and moan about it and say, oh, they should have won. Like, they didn't. That's why you play the game. But they outplayed the United States. I mean, especially the second half of that game, Reid. I mean, that team was playing motivated. They made the Americans look somewhat normal for a large portion of that game. And yeah, as a Canadian player, as a Canadian fan, you should be happy, even though it's in defeat, but knowing that Canada deserved to win that game. However, it just wasn't their day.
We'll talk more about that later on.
Okay.
Yeah, Marty Biron's going to be on the show. We'll have some reaction to that. If people would like to get in touch, of course, I mentioned the Nasty Chat on YouTube. That is going strong. As always, chat with us, more importantly, with each other. As we're with you until 6 o'clock this afternoon, you can text 780-218-9999. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. They're turning 20 this year, and they're doing it big. They're going to celebrate until October 26th. Ooh. I can't even look that far ahead on the calendar. They're going to have over $1 million in prizes, 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. Again, rivercreeresort.com. You want to check them out, you can email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. Hopefully today we get some Olympic-themed limericks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we'd love to have some about Hellebuyck or McKinnon or McDavid or Cooper or the Kachucks or whatever you like.
Hellebuyck's paddle.
Hellebuyck's paddle. That's.
That stick might have to go in the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Might have to go in the Hall of Fame for that save.
I think it should. It was incredible.
And we're not going to talk about it as much as because Canada lost. That save Binnington made in overtime on the Quinn Hughes slapper. Like I was like, oh, there it is already, 40 seconds or whatever that was. That was a remarkable save.
Yes.
But
I think he thought that was in because he didn't get it with his. He just kind of went off the tip of his glove.
Webbing. Yeah.
And I'm sure like the way he looked back suggested to me that he thought, oh, crap.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody in the country was saying, oh, crap, at that time. Instead, it got put off for about a minute.
Yeah, the TV view of it was perfect, though.
Yeah.
Because you could see that he was coming across. If that was a little bit lower, I think that game would have been over at that point.
So one of the sort of, I guess, moments of humor found in all this is the numerous photos that have been popping up of the Canadian players getting not their silver medals, but getting the Milano Cortino plushie, the plush toy.
Right.
That was given out to all the medalists, not just the hockey players.
Yep.
Every event. I mean, they usually get a little bit of at all the Olympics, there's a little bit something extra that you take as a souvenir. Was it Brad Marchand, especially his look of disgust on the face, or kind of turning it over like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like Brad Marchand's like, do you know I lick people for a living? Like, do you know I've choked a guy during the warm-up? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, maybe Marchand can use them in his next set of Tim Hortons commercials where he's having tea with his stuffies.
Well, that's a really good idea. A way to use those.
Yeah, it would be.
So this was our idea for our off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. So let's pretend that the Olympics are hosted by our quaint and quirky city of Edmonton. Okay?
Okay.
And we're giving out medals, and we want to give out a little something extra to the Olympic medalists. So what extra gift would medalists get at the Edmonton Olympics? Okay? I hate to alarm you, but I have an idea.
What do you got?
They would get, so they're getting their medal.
Yeah.
Right? So the person goes by, you have luminaries giving out the medals, like
Highfalutin people
like
of Edmonton.
highfalutin people like Edmonton, like Nathan Fillion,
Right.
Maybe
Dusty would present
Dusty would probably present a medal or two. Whoever they would bring in.
Josh Clausen.
Josh Clausen would give out some medals.
Probably Halsey would be there.
Halsey. Well, Halsey be giving out a lot of medals.
He would slow that line down.
Hey, I got to tell you. So, and here they are. They're getting the medals, and then they get, and this is perfect because they've just done an Olympic event.
Okay.
They're probably spent.
Oh.
They get a green onion cake.
No!
They get it. Is that what you wrote down?
Look what I wrote down.
We didn't share this ahead of time.
Reid. The green onion cake.
The green onion cake.
That's the best.
Yeah.
I love that answer. And they get a little, a sauce packet. You
I never thought of that. Yeah, you could.
What's it, sweet and sour sauce?
You could have that
or hot sauce.
While the anthem's playing.
They choose hot sauce or sweet and sour sauce. Yeah, I think you got to go with the green onion cake. Although they weren't invented in Edmonton. That's a misconception.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, but they were introduced in Edmonton in the 70s.
Like popularized
Where they weren't. They were only in China at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the green onion cake. I was going to say like a miniature replica of the Talus balls.
Oh, that's a good idea too. Yeah.
Or maybe like on a hook.
Or the medals could be in the shape of the Talus balls.
So you could like hang it on your backpack. I also had a miniature replica of the Moutart Conservatory.
Little
triangles.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, would a stuffy just have to be...
If it was an Edmonton stuffy, is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah. Like an Edmontonian? Like, what would that look like?
I don't know what it would look like. What's our animal? Well, somebody said a magpie.
Yeah.
Duck Dad, a real live magpie. That would be nice. What about...
Yeah, magpie's good. What about, like, you could do a Canada goose?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
What animals are...
Well, coyote.
Coyote? Yeah, I don't... Like, what would the official animal of Edmonton even be? Would it be a bear?
We must have an official animal. We'll Google it.
Gooba?
Well, that'd be funny.
Just dovetail off of the U of A?
I was thinking, too, if it was let's say it was a Summer Olympics, and they ended, like, August 12th. You could give them a frequent fringer pass.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you sticking around? Actually, no, I'm, too bad. Well, I'll just take this back.
An all-day, all-you-can ride at... at K-Days.
Whatever. Or what's the thing called? Galaxyland?
Galaxyland?
Yeah, something like that. We're giving out passes to local attractions.
The official bird is magpie.
It actually is a magpie.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
apparently it's not Moutart. It's Muttart.
I thought it was...
I grew up calling it Moutart. Like when we went on a field trip.
Moutart? Not Moutart.
Moutart.
The Moutart Conservatory. And now I've heard it pronounced so many different ways and people correcting each other. Now I can't remember what the right way is.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Muttart?
Muttart. But, it's the triangular things. Pyramids.
Yeah, people know what they are.
The glass pyramids.
Yeah.
Have pyramids. You been there in
I have not been there recently. I probably was there, I want to say 6 or 7 years ago. So my aunt who lives in Mississauga, I think I've mentioned her on the show, came out.
Yeah.
And we took her there. And I got to say, I loved it.
Me too.
I loved it.
I didn't realize it's like an actual, like there's different temperates,
Yeah.
or different climates.
Yeah.
So it's like a zoo for plants.
You know, it was closed for a while. Is it open? I haven't even checked if it's open again. 'Cause I thought they
What are they
did
going
some
to call
renovation.
it? The new tart?
But I want to go because, you know, they have that corpse flower that smells
right.
really bad, like once every 6 years or
and
something like that.
It blooms and
and
then
they got to
it
stay
dies.
open 24 hours so all people can go through and smell how bad it is.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
They got a good restaurant there, though.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. My cousins were over from Northern Ireland. It's funny how you took your family there, and it's like, that's the place you got to go. That and West
But as an
Edmonton.
Edmontonian, I found it super
Yes.
interesting. I was like, holy
Very.
crap, this is right here in the city. All right. So the off-topic topic is, what extra gift would medalists get if Edmonton hosted the Olympics? Like they got the plushie in Milano Cortino. 780-218-9999. Give us one, and then we'll do a bunch later.
Well, One-Eyed Pete, a plushie donaire.
Oh, it could be a plushie donaire. That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
With the wrap to silver. Yeah, that would be good.
You could even unwrap it and the
Yeah.
plushie's inside.
Yeah.
780-218-9999 is how you text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. And, of course, you can post your pleasant thoughts in the Nasty Chat on YouTube as well. Marty Biron coming up in about 18 minutes. Here's our gold medalist, Zachary Kubish.
Josh Morrissey will miss at least one game for the Jets after going down with an upper body injury in Canada's opening Olympic game against Czechia. Winnipeg plays Vancouver on Wednesday, with Kevin Lankinen of the Canucks possibly missing that one due to flight delays. And according to ESPN, the Falcons are planning to franchise tag 25-year-old Kyle Pitts. Atlanta has until next Tuesday to make their decision, with the 25-year-old recording nearly 1,000 receiving yards, adding 5 touchdowns last season. And earlier, the Jays dropped a 4-3 decision to the Mets in spring training, dropping to 1-2. In the Grapefruit League, they challenge the Yankees tomorrow. A trio of games in the NBA. It's the Spurs and Pistons dancing at 5 o'clock San Antonio with 8 straight wins, second in the West, while Detroit leads the East with 42 wins, 5 in a row. After that, we see the Kings and Grizzlies throw down at 6 o'clock before Utah visits Houston at 7:30. The Reid Wilkins Show continues after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Is Olympic gold bigger than a Stanley Cup?
That's a good question. For me personally, no. But I grew up in North America. I mean, even if you ask some of the Swedish players, Finnish players, Czech players, they might look at as Olympic gold more important because that's what they grew up thinking about a lot of the time. But I'm going to hire it.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 present the baddest show on earth. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, March 19th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment. For representing our country so well, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. The Coop is here as well at the technical desk. I saw somebody post earlier. They're like, isn't everybody in Mexico? No, not everybody's in Mexico. Dustin Nielsen and Lieutenant Eric are in Mexico from EST.
Yeah.
And a bunch of listeners
are
in Mexico. And they're not in the conflict.
They're not on
part,
they're in
thankfully.
Cancun, which is on the east side of Mexico, where all the troubles are right now is in Puerto Vallarta, which is on the opposite side, the west side.
Which is not great, so we hope everybody there is safe.
I was texting Eric, and he did say there's quite a like an armed presence, though.
Oh, really?
At their resort.
Oh, wow.
So, not good. But
no, it's not good at all. But nonetheless, no, the show is going on. People are filling in. So you and I are doing some of the 11 and noon shows.
Yeah, I get lock shop all week.
Oh, you have lock shop all week.
With my buddy Huss.
And I get to work Oil Stream with Tom. I did it today, doing it Wednesday and Friday. Hernan and Gage are getting up early doing the morning show. They did a great job today.
They were fantastic.
We're plowing forward. Just the guys are, they're in Mexico. What's the resort again? Cancun?
Somewhere in Cancun.
Well, that's the name of the city.
Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood.
Okay, so that's the name of the specific resort. So there's a bunch of resorts there, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never been. Pictures all over socials, and looks like a fun time.
The off-topic topic for William Huff: what extra gift would medalists get at the Edmonton Olympics along the lines of the plushie toys the medalists got in Italy?
Well, Alicia Hemming says just one silver ball.
off the talus.
Just
ball.
one off the talus. Collingwood Rob says a stuffed Klondike Mike doll.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Jason and Leduc says would give every medalist a pickleball racket. I think that's has to do with the rise in popularity of pickleball recently. Yes, Adam in Quebec City. If we're going for a specific plushie, however, what about Edmonton's municipal bird, the magpie?
Right. Well, we've had a lot of that's been the number one suggestion, actually.
Ooh, Chris Purper, an Edmonton trapper.
So a doll or a little actual trapper glove or something,
or just a trap.
They go,
like, here's your bear trap.
Yeah, they give you something you put your
We'll get to more of these.
We'll circle back to this. This is going to be one of our more participated in ones. Is that the right way to say it? This one will garner a lot of participation.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Taz.
That's, I think, how I need to say that. All right, let's get fired up here for Gemco. Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco 9281 50th Street. This has been talked about a lot, but we want to each address it on this show as well. The game was decided in 3-on-3 overtime. Here was Canadian coach John Cooper after the game.
Overtime's overtime. You take 4 players off the ice. Now hockey's not hockey anymore. There's a reason overtime and shootouts are in play. It's all TV driven and, to end games, so there's not, a long time. There's a reason it's not in the Stanley Cup finals or playoffs because, it gets ended in 5. But it's still skilled players out there making skill plays. And the U.S. team has some skilled players, and, as do we. And they made one more play than we did in overtime, and you have to tip your cap to them. That's it's still a competitive nature out there, and it's different. It's different hockey. There's no question. Players are put in little different situations, but like I said, we didn't score on our chances, and they scored in theirs.
So we talked about this a little bit last week. Marner's goal was 3-on-3. I don't have a problem with the 3-on-3 overtime. Now, I'm not saying I don't think 5-on-5 is ideal, because I do think 5-on-5 is ideal. Even for NHL regular season, it is ideal. But the NHL decided we don't want as many shootouts. We want a goal. We want to highlight skill. We're going to go to 3-on-3. It is a gimmick. John Cooper's right. I saw some people yesterday saying, "Oh, he's whining about it. He wanted." I think he's an NHL coach who's coached 3-on-3. He's coached internationally. He's coached in the Stanley Cup playoffs. He's won Stanley Cups. That's his perspective on overtime. Now, do I have a problem with it? I don't. And here's the double-edged sword to this, everybody. Okay, so you don't think there should be 3-on-3 overtime in the Olympics. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you something. They don't want to risk a quadruple overtime game. They don't even want to risk it. Mm-hmm. I realize it's unlikely, but they don't even want to risk it because of the schedule. Okay? I know, well, this was the last event. Well, there's still a closing ceremonies. Okay? There's still people that got to leave town and get on flights. So, if you don't want 3-on-3, then you have to live with 5-on-5 followed by a shootout. And do you want it decided in a shootout? What is the lesser of two evils? A 3-on-3 overtime or a shootout? Because that's what they would do. If they kept it at 5-on-5, they would say, okay, it's 1 20-minute period of 5-on-5, and then it's a shootout. That's what they would do, because they have to end the game by a certain time. Because they're going backwards. When does the game need to end so the closing ceremonies can happen, normally, and everything can get going? So that's why I would caution people about throwing the 3-on-3. You may not like it, but this is a tournament. This is a short tournament. This isn't the Stanley Cup playoffs. And as John Cooper said, you still have to make a play. It's different hockey. You still have to make a play. U.S. made it.
Yeah, and to be honest, Reid, we were prepared, right? Everybody in Canada knew this was coming. If this went to overtime, it's 3-on-3. I think the hardest part was the 20-minute intermission where they flooded the ice before the 3-on-3. But no, I don't have an issue with it. It does kind of somewhat cheapen the product. There, I'll just say it that way. Because if you have best on best, time be damned is what I would think. But at the same time, this was known coming in. Now, the NHL, would they switch to that? No, never. Because they want the ad revenue out of it. They want the triple overtime game, because the views are up, the numbers are up, everybody's happier when games go longer. But yeah, I mean, coming from John Cooper, Reid, I get it. I understand why that would be frustrating for our coach, and he specifically said it's not this. This isn't how it happens in the NHL,
right?
What about a 5-on-5, then go to the 3-on-3?
Just like 10 minutes of 5-on, but it could still end in 3-on-3. There's still a point where you're accepting we need a damn goal already.
Right, but then go 10 minutes, like the 10 minutes 5-on-5. Don't flood the ice and go a quick turnaround into 3-on-3. Give a team a chance to end it 5-on-5.
Yeah, maybe. I guess that's medium. Fine. But like still, I said, they can't have these ongoing games. They just can't.
The Olympics can't.
The Olympics can't. Right.
Well, you could. You very well could.
They don't want to.
They could bump the men's hockey up by 1 day and this is a moot point.
And then still start the game at the same time, like an early afternoon game.
Yeah.
So if it goes all day.
So you don't have to worry because the closing ceremonies is the next day. That's
yeah, I guess you could bump it up by a day.
Like they could. There's ways around it. But they want the men's hockey to end and be somewhat the final event.
But the bottom line is, I mean, we tend to see things in our own little bubbles. Like hockey's the number one sport in Canada. Most of the world didn't care. They just wanted to watch an entertaining game.
Well, and for most of the world, that was probably the greatest hockey game they've witnessed.
And they may not watch another hockey game for 4 years. Still, that's the next gold medal game.
Neither will most American fans that are gloating about this victory.
That's speaking of which, I'll quickly get to that as a fired up. And I always have to be careful when I talk about anything surrounding the United States. Okay, this is not a political comment for me. This is not a statement of being for or against any politician or ideology. But I thought it was quite embarrassing that this Kash Patel gentleman was in the celebration. Not because of whoever he's aligned with. That moment in that locker room is about the players.
And Kash Patel is?
Not a player. He's the director of the FBI.
Right.
Which is a very important position in the United States. And I assume now, apparently he was invited in, which is fine. But he was celebrating as beer-soaked and as rowdy as all the players. And I always think that is a moment. Well, you know what? I'm glad Marty Biron can hear this because he's going to come on after the break, and maybe he won't want to touch on it. Maybe he will. But I'm not saying this because he's an American political figure. I'd be saying the same thing if it was actor Mike Myers with Team Canada or whoever. I think that moment to celebrate is for the players. If you are invited in to say, hey, come have a beer with us, then I think you should kind of be a spectator. Thanks for the beer, guys. Congratulations. If players want to come up to you and talk to you, fine. I don't think a non-player should be in the middle of the celebration getting his shirt soaked with beer. I think that's a violation of the sanctity of that celebration.
It's tone deaf.
Those players earned it.
Yes.
Over the course of my career, I've been lucky enough, not a Stanley Cup, obviously, but even if I'm covering Chuck Wagons or Junior B or whoever, to have somebody win a championship. And I've had colleagues who made sure they were, not people I worked with, but other people in the media who made sure they were there at the right time to enjoy in the festivities. And,
really?
And I didn't think that was very cool.
No, stay out of the way.
Yeah.
It's their moment.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's where I'm coming from with this. That's why I don't think that's a good look. I mean, I get it. Apparently, he was invited in, but even so, if you're invited to a wedding, you don't go stand up there when the vows are going on. You sit back and watch and appreciate being there.
Stay out of the way for the pictures.
Just something that picked at me a little bit. All right, we love Marty Biron. He's coming up next. It's the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Josh Morrissey will miss at least one game for the Jets after going down with an upper body injury in Canada's opening Olympic game against Czechia. Winnipeg plays Vancouver Wednesday with Kevin Lankinen of the Canucks possibly missing that one due to flight delays. And according to ESPN, the Falcons are planning to franchise tag 25-year-old Kyle Pitts. Atlanta has until next Tuesday to make their decision on a tag for Pitts, with the 25-year-old recording nearly 1,000 receiving yards, adding 5 touchdowns in 2025. Earlier, the Jays dropped a 4-3 decision to the Mets in spring training action, dropping to 1-2 in the Grapefruit League. They challenge the Yankees tomorrow. In a trio of games dot the NBA schedule to Spurs and Pistons dancing at 5 o'clock. San Antonio, 8 straight wins, second in the West, while Detroit is leading the East with 42 wins, 5 of which are in a row. After that, the Kings and Grizzlies throw down at 6 before Utah visits Houston at 7:30. On the other side of the break, Marty Biron from MSG Network checks in. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Is Olympic gold bigger than a Stanley Cup?
That's a good question. For me personally, no. But I grew up in North America. I mean, even if you ask some of the Swedish players, Finnish players, Czech players, they might look at as Olympic gold more important because that's what they grew up thinking about a lot of the time. But I'm going to hire it.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 present the baddest show on earth. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, March 19th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment. For representing our country so well, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
All right, it's time for our Voices of the Game segment for Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. We're more than just plywood. We offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. With a huge selection of hardwoods and knowledgeable staff, we're here for all your DIY needs. Windsor Plywood Leduc, the experts you need to know. Now, Marty Biron's coming on here. I don't want to put Marty in a tough spot coming out of that last segment. But I'll give some. You can put Marty up, Coop. He knows where I'm going with this. I've learned as a media guy that the dressing room, the locker room, the clubhouse, whatever they call it in individual sport, is a special place for the players. And as a member of the media, I am a guest who get to go in and do my job. Now, doing my job might involve asking difficult questions or making them uncomfortable in their office, but I do that and I leave. When I go into the Oilers dressing room, I never sit in a player's stall. If I'm waiting for an interview or I need to sit down, I never sit in a player's stall. Unless a player says, hey, can you sit while I do this? Then I will. Because I have not earned a stall in an NHL dressing room. So maybe that's why I react to celebrating, a guy celebrating like a player who's not a player like that. Marty, I don't know if you thought that. I don't know if you like media guys sitting with you or if you even cared, but that's my mindset. Anyway.
Well, I'll tell you this, the great late, now I'm going to say, I'm going to forget, Larry Brooks at New York Post. So he used to sit between Lundqvist and I all the time. We'd have a conversation, we'd talk. I loved it. Like, because it depends also if you're covering the team all the time, every day with them, you're traveling with them, or if not, there's different examples. There's some people who are like, what are you doing? Almost like, get out of here. So I will say this. Now, I have been in many different situations, actors, political figures, athletes, whatnot, right? That are in and around the locker room. And I never had any problem. Look, we're in Buffalo one year and Bill Clinton was in the locker room. It was weird because, there was Secret Service and every doors and dogs everywhere. And if you went to the bathroom, they were like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom. I'd be like, okay. Was that checked before? Yes. Okay. Like making sure you're not going to grab a weapon stuck underneath the toilet seat or something. Like in Philly, we had Sarah Palin one time. I'm saying like both sides of the aisle, whatever. Hockey players are like, come on in and come celebrate with us. We'll take, so that's the way I had. Like Cuba Gooding Jr. in New York was in the locker room all the time when you come to get Michael Strahan. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. Now, I'll tell you this. The World Championship in 2003, that was so different because IIHF don't allow media in the room. And I felt like we had Ryan Smith, the captain of the Oilers and Captain Canada. And our locker room was sacred. Like, we never had any media in the locker room. We had a mini, at the time was those Molson Canadians Bubba Keg. We had it in the locker room after the games. It felt like beer league hockey. We'd play a hockey game. We'd be like pouring ourselves 3-4, glasses of beer, pints of beers and hang out, and we didn't have to drive anywhere. So IIHF was a little bit different where nobody was included in the locker room. But I think hockey players always are, come in, enjoy and party or whatever.
No, fair enough. Good perspective. And yeah, I know you've told me stories before about some of the people that you got to meet, I think especially in New York, so that's pretty cool. All right.
Tons of people in New York. Like the green room in New York was like the family room was not a family room. They called it a green room. There was more people in that room. And I remember I was injured one year and my kid is like wanting to play mini sticks because that's what he did in Philly or whatnot. And I'm like, I don't think they got mini sticks because it's celebrities everywhere. You imagine like you've got, big actors, actress, music people. And my, at the time was 6-year-old be whacking away with a mini stick and crashing people. Like it was totally different in New York.
All right. Marty Biron joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Look, incredible hockey game.
Yes.
John Cooper came out after the game and said about Canada, I didn't think we could play better than we did against Finland, and we did it. Is this, and you were a goalie, is this just Hellebuyck stole the show, and that's how it goes some afternoons?
But that's part of the game, right? A goalie's part of a team. Dominik Hasek in 98. Like, if we go back, and it doesn't say in the history books, Dominik Hasek won gold medal in 98. They say Czech Republic won gold medal in 98. Dominik Hasek was a big part of that. And we're not going to say, Connor Hellebuyck's the only reason why USA won. We're going to say he had a fantastic game, but Team USA played the type of game they needed to play. They were good defensively. They relied upon fantastic goaltending. What was one of the strengths of Team USA going into the tournament? Goaltending, best in the tournament. Well, it came through at the right time, and Hellebuyck was fantastic. They killed penalties, 5-on-3. I think Canada played a good game from about midway in the game until the end, right? They're down. They need a goal. But this was, what was it, the fourth game in a row they had given up the first goal of the game? Like, it just, that to me bothers me. If you're Team Canada, you can't go down 1-0 and try to play catch up. I felt like they were going to lose to Finland because Jussi Saros wasn't going to give up anything. And then all of a sudden you get the Reinhardt tip and whatever, and then they're from that. And John Cooper says, we played our best game in the tournament against Finland. They barely beat Finland, and they played the same way and even better. But when you have a goalie that can stop the puck at the other end, it's a totally game changer.
Is there a save for you in that game? And the reason I'm asking this is because Binnington made a spectacular save in overtime. about a minute before they scored. And obviously, Hellebuyck's going to be remembered for the reach back stick save on Taves.
Devon Taves, yeah.
Like comparing those two, you, a guy who played the position, which one of those was, I know the Taves one was half an inch from the line, but which one of those is more impressive of a save?
Well, the one on Devon Taves that people talk about in the picture is amazing. I don't know who the photographer took that picture, but it's amazing with the stick behind him and stopping the puck. Original shot actually hit him in the outside of the skate. Like Devontae's had one shot off the skate, and then that was basically a reach for the rebound, and Hellebuyck put his stick there. I'll tell you, the save that I thought, Connor Hellebuyck's going to have a heck of a game, and it's a save that maybe nobody will talk about, on Macklin Celebrini early in the game, where the puck got stuck underneath his right pad. Like it was a quick pass to his left. He moved over, dropped the knees, boom. And then he covered it underneath his pad. And it was a great shot and a really, really important save. And at that moment, I was like, oh, Connor Hellebuyck's feeling it. He's going to have a game. And obviously it could have gone either way, but he felt it and had a game.
Marty Biron joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. There's a lot of talk about 3-on-3. I'm probably nitpicking here because we lost. I just found that in overtime, so it starts with McDavid goes to the high slot, fans on a shot. McKinnon had the puck 1-on-2 while Canada is changing, takes a wrist shot, got covered for a face-off.
Yeah.
The McDavid net drive shortly before the goal, he actually got to the net, but Hellebuyck poke checked him. But I thought, and look, we're lucky enough here, we watch the orders in overtime all the time. And it's McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bouchard circling, setting picks. And I was like, where is Canada trying to do this in the 3-on-3?
I felt the same way, and maybe it's because Marner scored on a similar play against Czechia, right? He came in 1-on-3 and got through and scored. But I felt like if Marner doesn't score on that play, it's kind of a wasted shot. And he found the backhand in and beat the stall. And so I felt like Canada was very impatient in overtime. And you're right. Like, where is let's hang on to the puck. Let's try to draw somebody away from the slot. Let's try to get in there. Maybe it's the Olympics that you're like, hey, at any moment we could score and win the game. The McKinnon shot was very like blah. Like you're basically giving up possession. And I get it. Like Hellebuyck covered it and it's a 50-50 puck on the faceoff, but it's not the kind of play you want. So I was a little underwhelmed with that. And really, I love the 3-on-3 in the Olympics. And I know a lot of people are saying that's not hockey. And John Cooper had a great point. Said it's not hockey like we do in the Stanley Cup Finals, but we all knew the rules. We all prepared for it. We just were on the wrong end of it. But Sidney Crosby's goal in 2010 was 4-on-4. It wasn't 5-on-5 hockey. People seem to not remember that. Peter Forsberg's shootout goal against Team Canada to win the cup, win the gold medal was shootout. I feel like nobody's going to say, this was a bad 3. Everybody's going to say Jack Hughes scoring a goal. I'm okay with it being different. It's the Olympics. Stanley Cup Finals, NHL is different. Olympics, IIHF is different. Make it your own. And it just because Canada lost that everybody's like, 3-on-3. Well, it's just the way it went.
Marty Biron joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show for Voices of the Game for Windsor Plywood Leduc. Marty, you're in Buffalo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the reaction south of the border? Because you see all the posts, Canada, we gotcha, But is it something? Do you think this is because I don't think the U.S. has the same passion for hockey as Canada does? But what's the reaction that you're seeing from down there, and do you think it'll be sustained?
Look, I mean. I remember in 2010 when, Crosby scored the golden goal, the very next Sabres game, and I was playing in Long Island with the Islanders at the time, but I remember paying attention. The very next Sabres game was in Pittsburgh, where they honored Crosby, Ryan Miller, whatever, and Ryan Miller had an unbelievable ovation from the U.S. fan base. I think there's certain market in the U.S., Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Philly, Chicago. Like there's a lot of big markets that recognize that this was unique, this was special, and it's for the growth of hockey in the U.S. Now, I don't care for all the ding-dongs on social media that want to make a point and get clicks. And you know what? Like, the real fans understand that Canada played a fantastic game and that the U.S. won the game. But replay that game 10 times, it could go either way. Just be happy that it was a great game, a great showing, and be happy that the U.S. women also won in a fantastic showing, but that doesn't take away from what Canada was able to do and how they showed up and how Anne-Renée Desbiens was fantastic in goal and Marie-Philippe Poulin was on one leg. And I mean, that was awesome. And I think the true hockey fans recognize that. Even in the U.S., we got great hockey fans in the U.S. It's not just about winning a championship. It's about the game. And I think people that are real fans, and there's millions of them, they recognize that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to throw you one more before we let you go, and thanks again for coming on. We love having you. Transitioning back to the NHL, Jay mentioned Buffalo, the Sabres.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, man, like they're in a great spot to finally make the playoffs. You know, it didn't start well. They've been incredible lately. What do they have to do to nail down a playoff spot? And I guess I got to ask you too, like what kind of a player might they want to add at the deadline here?
So I think for the deadline, if I'm looking at the Sabres right now, I'd probably add a depth defenseman. You can never have too many of them, but who knows if Connor Timmins is going to come back and when he's going to come back. He had a broken leg. It was supposed to be 8 weeks. It's been 3 months, and it's like he's not skating with the team yet. So what's happening there? Michael Kesselring did not play a ton this year, was injured 3 times. He was in the J.J. Peterka trade. Maybe season is just a bad luck season. Well for him right now. Did I freeze?
Just for a second. We're fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're fine.
But yeah, so I think it's not working well for him, but he's still a top 5 or maybe a third pair defenseman at this moment. So I'm looking for a depth defenseman. They have too many forwards as it is. Josh Norris is coming back. Zach Benson will probably come back next week. So they've got, Jordan Greenway still on the side. Like, they've got a ton of forwards. I think they just need a depth defenseman and kind of figure out their 3 goalie rotation that they've been using all year.
Okay. Yeah, interesting team to watch. Marty, we love having you. Great perspective on the Olympics. And hey, man, I would have felt comfortable sitting next to you in your stall. I will say that. You're very inviting.
I would have loved to have just a chat. That's what I used to say to Larry Brooks. He'd be sitting down and want to chat. And then one of the reasons why I'm doing this is that was late in my career as a backup goalie. I had Joe Micheletti, Sam Rosen, Larry Brooks, Dave Maloney, Ron Duguay. I had all these guys covering the teams, and I used to just chat with them. It was awesome.
Yeah, that is the best part. If you can ever get a guy where you can just shoot the breeze, those are the best opportunities for sure. Okay, I'm sure we'll have you on again as we move into the playoffs, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you soon.
Marty Biron, MSG. You get him on TSN. Sometimes he's on with our buddy Jay Onright, covers the Sabres, keeping a close eye on the Olympic tournament. I love what he said there. Like he's one of those great broadcasters as a former player who can take what he went through and now what he sees and explain it in a very concise way. The 3-on-3 overtime, I mean, again, I admit this is somewhat nitpicking and Canada lost, but you look at things. Yeah, they didn't play a possession game in 3-on-3.
No.
Which is kind of what you wanted, like, unless you get a rush chance. But they didn't have odd man rush chances. They had McDavid 1-on-3, fans on it. And when McKinnon took his shot, he was 1-on-2, and Canada was changing.
Yeah.
Like, that's usually, it's like, okay, circle back. I give the puck to one of the fresh guys. I go off, and then they try to attack. I mean, look, hey, if one of those shots goes in or McDavid tucks it in, we're not talking about it, but it was sort of, I think he used the word impatient. It was kind of an impatient overtime by Canada. And I get it, you might end early, but if you have the puck, you can play it at your pace. You should be able to.
Yeah. No, I thought the same. And once again, yes, we're nitpicking here because it was a fabulous hockey game. But I wonder, honestly, if, Connor McDavid, should he ever watch the film of that game again, would he reconsider taking that rush?
Right.
When there was 3 guys in position, very good position. I mean, I understand you're Connor McDavid. You're the greatest player in the game. But even Nathan McKinnon, would you have looked for a better, a grade A scoring chance as opposed to an outside shot?
Well, and I also felt that wasn't the type of game in which you're beating Hellebuyck with a 35-foot wrister.
Probably not. You got to get him moving.
If it was 6-6 and he'd let in 6 goals on 27 shots, maybe you're thinking, I better take a mid-range shot before they take one on my guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a spectacular hockey game. Jay and I are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. So the Oilers back at it on Wednesday. And during every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Enter to win Oilers home game tickets and sip $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. That is only at the Brewhouse. Jay's play of the day is coming up. Jamie Thomas out of Winnipeg. Here's the 4 o'clock break.
The Oil Stream.
I'm just so happy that game didn't go to overtime. Because I could, mentally, physically, my heart, I don't think I could have handled it. Second of all, it would have been a shame for that game to end 3-on-3. I'm sorry.
I know.
Thank God they got it done on the power play. I was already sitting there going, oh my God, please tell me we're not going to 3-on-3 and Sebastian Aho is going to get loose and go win this game. And
Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
NHL news, Josh Morrissey will miss at least one game for the Jets after going down with an upper body injury in Canada's opener against Czechia. Winnipeg plays Vancouver Wednesday. Kevin Lankinen of the Canucks possibly missing that one due to flight delays. And according to ESPN, the Falcons are planning to franchise tag 25-year-old Kyle Pitts. Atlanta has until next Tuesday to make a franchise tag on Pitts, with the 25-year-old recording nearly 1,000 receiving yards, adding 5 touchdowns in 2025. Earlier, the Jays dropped a 4-3 decision to the Mets in spring training, now 1-2. In the Grapefruit League, they challenge the Yankees tomorrow. 3 games over in the association. The Spurs and Pistons dance at 5 o'clock. San Antonio with 8 straight wins, second in the West. Detroit leading the East with 42 wins, 5 of which are in a row. Later on, it's the Kings and Grizzlies throwing down at 6 before Utah visits Houston at 7:30. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 with the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. Live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Reid, you asked, and the listeners have delivered. We've got a couple limericks that have come one's come into the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. The other, like this one, came in from Trevor to my email. The suits are all tailored and neat, though the loss was a bitter defeat. With Chet on the air and Koob in the chair, Jay's ass is a structural feat.
Oh my goodness.
That's going in the thing.
Can you read that again? I love that one.
The suits are tailored and neat, though the loss was a bitter defeat. With Chet on the air and Koob in the chair, Jay's ass is a structural feat.
Oh, that's a top 5 all time for me. That's from Trevor?
Trevor.
Has he written one before?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you know Trevor that he would so
pretty sure
easily
that's,
refer to your ass?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Sobe Kirk in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this one comes in from Poet Laureate of Edmonton Sports Talk, William Mike Spear. He says, this is an Olympic limerick for you. Canada teeth are gnashing. 3-on-3, we are bashing. How Nate didn't score, debate evermore. But Reid and Jay look dashing.
Thank you.
Well done.
So, and I've seen a couple people in the nasty chat saying, what's up with the suits? He's like, we dress nicely and people think there's something wrong with us. What does that say about us?
That's not good. Yeah.
Well, you guys look good. What's the problem?
Yeah. You guys got a court date?
Bunch of freaks.
You want to fight that ticket?
So we got suits tailor-made. What are the tailor-made, custom-made? What's the terminology?
Yeah, custom.
Either one's fine.
Custom suits from Modern Measure.
Modern Measure downtown. They're in Edmonton Tower, main floor, kitty corner from Rogers Place, and they were exceptional.
Custom, we went in there, about 3 weeks ago? Like the turnaround time was maybe a month.
Yeah, I can't remember when we first met. It wasn't that long ago.
Wasn't that long ago. Went in, measured us up. You can go back in the Edmonton Sports Talk socials and look at the clips that we put up. But you custom chose your fabric, custom chose your liner. I got a fancy, what do you call that?
What do you call this? Not inseam.
What do you call that pattern?
Or is it paisley?
Paisley.
What are you?
Ish.
Are you paisley? What's mine?
Yeah, I think
Mine's
you're
flowery.
Somewhat along the lines of paisley.
That matches my flowery personality.
Ah, there you go. So yeah, custom suits.
Yeah.
Modern Measure Monday. Right here in Edmonton.
And you get a lot of custom things or little touches. Like, for instance, I don't know how much, if you're on YouTube, you'll see, but I have an accent button here.
Oh, I too have an accent button.
Thread. So I got a little bit of gray in mine with the burgundy on my lapel and on my wrist here.
One of us should have worn a pocket square.
We should have.
In honor of Drew Remenda.
In honor of Drew Remenda. All right. Excellent limericks. Those are both very, very good. You
Top
can always
notch.
Email those, Reid@EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay@EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Do you have any more off-topic topics?
We have.
So the off-topic topic
plenty.
is, what extra gift would medalists get if Edmonton hosted the Olympics? So again, this is inspired by the plush toys given out in Italy, and especially the Canadian hockey players' reactions you saw to some of them, like what the hell is this type of look?
Well, can we just talk about that for a second? Like, what's going on here? Like, what's up with the plushie? I mean, I get it. It's probably a custom. Just give them the damn medals. Mail them the plushie.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have the extra person that's coming in after. Imagine if you were like a high-ranking member of the IOC, and they're like, Bob's going to be the medal guy, but you're the plush guy.
Right.
You'd be like, gosh,
yeah, that's
darn.
a good point. I don't want to be.
I don't want all these
guy.
people hating me. Like, that is the last thing any of those hockey players wanted to do, was receive the stuffed animal from a grown man after they had just lost in the gold medal game.
Like, if it was a little kid, they should have little kids give them out.
Yeah, that would be somewhat okay.
Even Marchand probably would have pushed the little kid over.
Probably would have bit his ear. Richard says, for the off-topic topic, what extra gift would medalists get at the Edmonton Olympics? He says truck balls.
Oh, truck nuts.
Plush truck nuts.
Plush truck nuts. There we go.
Tube Socks says, how about an 8-centimeter long replica of the giant baseball bat?
Jeez.
The Dirty Don says a piece of fabric from Harvey the Hound, personally given by Craig McTavish.
Oh, jeez.
I like this one. Vincenzo says they would get an Italian panino from the Italian Center.
Yeah, they should just, Why couldn't they get an actual panino?
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine just getting the wrapped panino.
That would be ideal.
Like I said, these guys are hungry. The men and the men and ladies who've just competed worked their butts off to win an Olympic medal. They're starving.
One of your favorites, Stupider Trent, says if it was in Saskatchewan, I'd say they could hand every player a Pilsner, but in Alberta, maybe a Mickey of Alberta Premium for the plane ride home. Well, that is true.
We got a lot of breweries
because
here in Edmonton.
Remember, this wouldn't just be the Edmonton Olympics. It would be the Edmonton Red Deer Calgary Olympics.
The Capital Corridor, the Alberta Corridor, the Wild Rose Corridor, the Queen E Corridor.
Kootenai Time Ben says Donair. That's come up quite a few times.
Jay and I both said green onion cake, but my idea was not a plushy green onion cake. They actually get a green onion cake. It doesn't have to be a plushy toy. Right. It could be, but
like a worm.
They actually get a ready-to-eat green onion cake.
In a styrofoam case.
Yes. Maybe the medal would be there in there, too. I'm not going to bother putting the medal on you. It's in with the green onion cake. And the athletes are like, oh, green onion cake. They don't even look at the medal.
Rod Z says birdie booze for everyone.
Oh, that's a great idea.
This one also. Luke in Cowtown. I suggest giving them a framed pic of the beautiful view of the Rockies from downtown Edmonton. Remember, what was it that something came out?
Yep, it sure did.
What was that for?
It was Edmonton was pushing to host the bubble playoffs.
Right. And it showed the Rockies.
Oilers, the OEG marketed how close Edmonton was to the Rockies.
It's 4 hours.
Yeah.
That is not close.
Yeah.
But yes, the view from of the Rockies is beautiful from Edmonton.
Yeah. I could tell a story about that.
Oh, please.
I don't know if I should, though.
Ooh.
So,
I want it more
well,
now.
you know the whole thing, like, you worked for Chad, you could never criticize the Oilers, all this kind of stuff, which is a load of crap. As long as I was professional, if the power play sucked, I could say the power play sucked.
Yeah.
If I didn't think the coach was doing a good job, but I mean, you had to be professional, not be personal. But they didn't like it if you said stuff about the business operations. So I took a shot at that video on Twitter. Oh, I got a text message within seconds.
Seriously?
Oh, yes.
Like a cease and desist remove?
Basically that I didn't understand it and that I was inaccurately portraying it in the way I criticized it on Twitter, and that it was a lack of diligence on my part to not look more closely at it.
Oh, right. So every other Edmontonian that saw that and criticized it, are they also lacking...
Other media people, yes. Well, so I replied to this person who's quite high ranking with an OEG on the business side of things, and I replied to this person. I said, "Well, I said that's what I saw." I said, "If you want to talk about my work, why don't you give me a call?" Because I was quite upset, especially when this person said this is a lack of diligence on your part. If you want to text me back and say screw you for criticizing the video, fine. If you want to tell me that I'm negligent in the professionalism of my job, we got a problem.
Right.
So rather than composing a text back that would have reflected that, I thought, okay, take a deep breath, offer this person a chance to talk.
Smart. And?
Never heard anything back because I think they were dealing with all the other media people who they also sent texts to. Like I know DVD was with the Sun at the time. He got one. So they...
Like lack of diligence,
They had
Reid.
several fires they were trying to put out.
What were you not diligent about?
Well, because I think they were saying it wasn't marketed to the players. It was marketed like to the spouses who could come and go to Jasper. But it did oddly make it seem like Jasper was closer to Edmonton than it is. I thought at the time. That's kind of what you're indicating?
Yeah, it made it look like it was right next door.
Yeah. Like Spruce Grove or something.
Right. Yeah. It's a ways away. Now, if you were in Calgary, sure. I can see that because you can see the Rocky Mountains from Calgary.
Yes.
They're there.
You can actually see them.
Yeah. And it's about an hour's, not even, 45 minutes you're to Canmore. So that's doable.
Yeah.
Diligence.
Anyway, what a fun day we're having. You look great, by the way.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
And it is presented by Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca.
Reid, do you think the Oilers are going to win the Pacific Division?
I do not.
Okay. Do you think the Oilers are going to make the playoffs?
I still think they'll make the playoffs, yes.
Okay. I think the Oilers could finish the season exactly where they are right now, which is second in the Pacific Division. I don't think they're going to catch Vegas. I think they can hold off Seattle, Anaheim, LA. I think they can do that. So I just went and looked at the futures on Play Alberta.
Okay.
And I found that if the Oilers to finish second in the Pacific Division is available. So I got it boosted to plus 300. So that's Jay's play of the day. There's not much live going on right now, so I figured I'd look at the futures for Oilers. If you feel the Oilers will finish second in the Pacific Division, it's available. PlayAlberta.ca. Click on sports. Click on EST specials. You'll see Jay's play of the day. Edmonton Oilers to finish second in the Pacific.
Exactly second.
Exactly second.
Not higher than second,
or worse.
not second or first.
No, second.
Exactly second.
Plus 300.
That's probably a good bet. And we're going to look more into the plight of the hockey club here in the Oil Understood in the next segment and some of the things going on. To me, that's probably the best they're going to finish.
Yeah, I think so. And I think, I'll tell you, coming up in the Oil Understood, we're going to look at this 3-game road trip that's coming up and how important this is to potentially the remainder of the season, Reid, because I do think it'll have a lot to say about that. But if you want to ride with Glue Guy, go over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials, and always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Because you got to remember, Jay, there's points and there's good old points percentage.
Oh, do tell.
Yes.
Points percentage.
They ain't second in points percentage. Just saying.
Points percentage.
No, it's not a very wide gap. It's not a very wide gap either way.
They'd still be third in the Pacific in points percentage.
No, they trail Anaheim too. They're a wild card team in points percentage. I guess they
would be
they're a wild card team. These are big games coming up here. Is your buddy Jim Hiller going to coach the Kings into the playoffs?
I'm surprised Jim Hiller's still there, to be quite honest. But I would love it if he was the coach.
As a division rival of the Oilers, let Jim Hiller coach as long as he wants.
He could play Adrian Kempe at defense again.
Put him in goal, maybe.
Maybe. That is sad about Fiala, though, coming out of the Olympics.
Yeah, when Morrissey's out a while.
Yeah.
Or what did they say about Morrissey, Coop?
The game tonight, or Wednesday, sorry.
Oh, he's missing the next game. Well,
Yeah.
McDavid might miss the next Oilers game.
True.
There's no update on Crosby, is there? Did I miss anything on Crosby?
Not that I've seen.
Nothing's come out yet? Because they're all coming back to North America today. So probably start hearing more stuff over the next couple of days.
And apparently the U.S. team is going to the White House tomorrow.
They're going to the, what do they call the
State of the...
Well, yeah, is it at, I don't think it's at the White House.
I think it's Capitol Hill, and then
so they're going to the State of the Union address.
Right.
Now, are all the players going? Or are some guys going to go back to their teams? I don't know. I guess the team as a whole is invited.
I think, but there was concern, from Maple Leafs if Austin Matthews will be available. Hellebuyck will be available for the Jets.
Oh, if they're going to make it to the first game back for those teams.
Yeah.
Because not all the teams start Wednesday, just the Oilers. How many? There's not a full slate of games on Wednesdays. I don't know. There would be... It would be cool, like, to go to your national, and again, I'm keeping the politics out of this, like to get a call from the president or the prime minister. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
like whether you support that person or not, I think that'd be quite an honor for a citizen of that nation. Yep. I think maybe I'm old fashioned.
Probably a little bit.
I probably am a little old fashioned. I still drink cream soda,
but that's okay, Reid. That's why we love you.
I don't think people love me at all.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that's why I drink buttermilk. Have you ever drank buttermilk?
I don't think so. I didn't. Are you supposed to?
I don't know. My mom used to make me drink it.
Well,
I used to take cayenne pills. You know cayenne pepper?
Yeah.
I used to take pills.
Right.
Apparently that was good for getting over a cold or if you had the sniffles.
Was it?
They were awful.
Okay.
Because they'd get stuck in your throat and then you'd be having cayenne pepper burps on the bus into school.
Oh, my goodness.
But you'd chase it with buttermilk. I actually don't mind buttermilk.
Okay.
If you had a 1 liter of buttermilk, I'd have a
chug it right up.
Have a swig.
Well, yeah, you could probably have something really hot to eat.
It disgusts my wife like when we've talked about it. But yeah, because like Castor 19.
People are already disgusted.
Buttermilk is disgusting. I don't know. I guess it's just an acquired taste.
You can text us your thoughts on buttermilk and the Edmonton Oilers' prospects of finishing second in the division. 780-218-9999 is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino from Jersey Shore. I feel like I have to be really excited when I say that. I never watched it. I get all excited saying it, though.
It was a huge show.
From Jersey Shore.
Yeah!
Like, I need to emphasize that. DJ Pauly D performing at the venue at River Cree on March 7th. George Thorogood and the Destroyers are back at the venue on March 19th for the Baddest Show on Earth tour. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. Oil Understood coming up. Jamie Thomas in about 20 minutes. Here's Koob.
To the NHL, Josh Morrissey will miss at least one game for the Jets after going down with an upper body injury in Team Canada's opening Olympic game against Czechia. Winnipeg takes on Vancouver Wednesday. Kevin Lankinen of the Canucks possibly missing that one due to flight delays in the U.S. And according to ESPN, the Falcons are planning to franchise tag Kyle Pitts. Atlanta has until next Tuesday to make their decision, with the 25-year-old recording nearly 1,000 receiving yards, adding 5 touchdowns in 2025. The Jays earlier today dropped a 4-3 decision to the Mets in spring training. They're now 1-2 in the Grapefruit League. They challenge the Yankees tomorrow, and there's 3 games in the association. It's the Spurs and Pistons dancing at 5 o'clock. San Antonio rolling hot with 8 straight wins, second in the West, while Detroit leads the Eastern Conference with 42 wins total, 5 of which are in a row. Later on, it's the Kings and Grizzlies throwing down at 6 before Utah visits Houston at 7:30. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine and Physiotherapy. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, more with Reid and Jay following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Luke Gazdick on the Firehouse Subs hotline. The Oilers making the decision to bring Paul Coffey back to the bench.
So I only see it being a positive benefit. I know a couple of those guys really, really like him. And that's really one of the only sentiments I have out of a couple of the guys there, is that they really, really enjoy his presence and having him around. So I'm trying to look at the good as opposed to the bad right now.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value, around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret, unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Must you click? Click. Must you click?
All right, thanks all for joining us this afternoon. Yes, that is the world-famous Thumb Click remix as put together by Zach Kubish. If you are taking us in on YouTube this afternoon, click that thumbs up button. We want to get to at least 100 thumbs every show. Then click the good old share button. And send the show link via email or text off to an important person in your life or a non-important person, and encourage them to check out the program as well. Coop, we got to follow up with you here. So you said, now I didn't work Friday, did I?
You did not.
No, you're not. I worked here Thursday. But you weren't sure about watching the gold medal game because you were going to an Anthrax concert?
Yeah. I wasn't sure that I was going to be up in time to watch the game live.
Were you?
I was.
Good.
Yes, and I was very happy that I was because I didn't stay up as late as I thought I was going to. There might have been plans after the concert, and it was a late one. About 4 hours, 3 different bands. But I set one alarm and woke up immediately.
So the bands again were
Exodus,
Mask of Death, MASQUE, and Anthrax.
Sure, yeah. Exodus, Megadeth, and Anthrax.
Who was the title? Who was the headliner?
Megadeth.
Oh yeah, is Dave Mustaine still on them?
Yeah, he was a
And what's their big song?
Do you know what the title of it is?
No, you gotta help me.
That's a weird song title.
It is. Do you know what the title is? That's not how Megadeth sounds, by the way. Do you know what the title is? Is that how they sound?
What it is. Yeah,
What's their biggest hit?
It's a symphony of destruction.
Oh, right, I have heard of that. I wouldn't know the song.
And A Tout Le Monde is their other one, a ballad.
And do they still put out new stuff?
Yeah, they released an album at the end of January. Had a song called The Art of Shred, and then one called I Don't Care, and they played those both at the concert.
Oh, cool. All right.
It was a fun one.
Well, I'm glad you got up for the hockey game.
My neck still hurts from headbanging, though.
That's important, Coop.
It was important.
Good work.
Thank you. I went right to bed after the concert.
That's fine.
Or after
well, probably a lot of people went right to bed after the hockey game.
Yeah,
back to bed. What did you do?
Yep. I got up. I put on a pot of coffee about 6 o'clock. Sat down, got into it, and I was so involved in the game that I realized that I was the only one there. So I went and I woke up my daughters at the intermission, and they're like, "Dad, why didn't you wake us up?" I'm like, well, it's okay, you know. So it was a cool thing to watch because I realized something, Reid. I realized something that might make your mom very happy.
Oh, what's that?
I realized that my wife and children have a genuine disgust/disdain for Austin Matthews. Oh, get him off the tee. Oh, he's so gross. And I was chuckling to myself, like, yeah, that's what Reid Wilkins is like.
Yes.
But, you know, it is funny listening and watching, like, Dad, Canada's, why aren't they scoring? Because, like, even a 9-year-old could see that Canada was outplaying Team USA. But, yeah, it was sad. And immediately after, my middle daughter, Rose, was like, so can we watch a show now? Like a cartoon? And I'm like, no! I need to sit through this and watch it.
It wasn't. She didn't beat her down too much.
I watched the whole thing. I wasn't one of these people that was like, okay, click. Turn
I did not watch the medal ceremony.
I watched it all.
Did your family watch the medal ceremony too, though?
Yeah,
because
I mean, it's a high profile event, and yes, the outcome wasn't what Canada wanted, but it's still, you know, I like watching that. I like watching the celebration, the exuberance. Juxtaposed with people that want to leave the ice, but they're not allowed to.
But cartoons, Jay.
No, see, this is the opposite of my complaint about baseball, where I'm like, why do the players just sit there and stare? In the Olympics, they can't leave because they have to get the medal. It's like, great, we have to sit here and watch this and watch them get the medals and all that kind of stuff. Let's hop into the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right. So the Oilers practiced for a few days. They traveled today. They got Anaheim coming up on Wednesday night, so it's an 8:30 game. Couple late ones, 8:30 Wednesday and Thursday against Anaheim and the Kings. So 7:30, our buddy Tom Gazzola will be on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Henrique is back. He'll play. Kapanen expected to miss a couple games here with yet another injury. And McDavid, we'll see if he's going to play. Do you think he'll play Wednesday?
I mean, I don't know. We're talking about a finger, right? Like, this is the suspected injury. There's tape. His fingers were taped together.
For Connor?
Yeah.
Or for Kapanen?
For Connor.
Oh, for Connor.
Yeah. Is that, or is it just give him a night off?
I think it would be more just give him a night off.
I don't think so. I mean, they were back. They should have been back today.
Yeah.
I don't know if they left with the team who is departing today.
I think he's going to play.
Yeah, I would imagine he probably that's.
I mean, how do you convince him to take the game off?
Well, and it's like, what do you want him to do? Just sit and, meddle on this bad outcome from Sunday? Or do you just say, get back in the fire, let's go?
Well, I think they'd talk to him.
They probably would, but I would imagine.
I think they'd probably say, hey, man, do you need a game? And he'll probably say, like, no, I want to go play.
He'd be like, hell no. Yeah. I'm in the lineup. I need to take this frustration out on somebody.
Right.
And his name might be Radko Gudas.
Bro, for the Ducks?
Yeah.
He's a big slab of beef.
Big quacker.
So the Oilers here, you were talking about, you have your play of the day on playalberta.ca, Play Alberta app, for the Oilers to finish exactly second in the Pacific Division.
Yes.
Right. I think that's the best they're going to finish. Now, I know they're only 4 points behind Vegas. I know they play Vegas. They play a lot of teams they're competing with. I'm just saying the Oilers team that I have seen for most of the season hasn't put a lot of faith in me that they can go on a run. And I mean, and Tom made a good point. Like, when have they had a really real hot stretch this season?
They haven't.
I mean, I guess you could, if you extend certain things out, you can say, oh, in hindsight, that was actually pretty good. But I don't know if there's ever been a stretch where while they're playing, you've thought, okay, they're humming. In January, okay, I guess if you want to cherry pick a little bit, in January they went 8-5-2. They lost the first game of the month and they lost the last game. So they did have an 8-3-2 stretch.
Yep.
That's pretty good. December, oddly enough, they lost the first game of the month and lost the last game. In between, they went 8-3-1.
Right.
So that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, but maybe it's, I don't know, Jay. Like, the point total is one thing. It's a decent point total. It's a point total and a points percentage that should get you into the playoffs, not by a lot. But maybe are we talking about, it's not just, it's not, of course the wins and the losses are important, but it's also how it's happening. Okay, so, they win a game and it might be a sloppy win. Like Washington. Exciting. You got to tie it in the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
You win in overtime. Who is it they beat? San Jose. Were they not down 3-0 against San Jose? Did they not score 2 goals with the goalie out? So they win, but you're not, and winning's important, don't get me wrong. As we know, you can get outplayed and win. That's fine. It happens sometimes. But I don't know if fans have been leaving Rogers Place or turning the TV off or turning Tom's show off after the games, going to bed thinking like, better team won. We ground them down. Or, San Jose had their little burst, but the Oilers beat them down. Like I don't know if we've seen that a lot, and I don't know, and we certainly haven't seen it for 2 or 3 weeks at a time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's been there. It's in there, Reid. We've sat right on this show and said, wow, if the Oilers can play like that, if they can put together 3, 4, 5 games like that, maybe they can get this season going. But it hasn't happened. They haven't been able to sustain that style of play. They stub their toe continually. And yeah, their record is what it is in spite of, slightly above average play.
So, the 3-game winning streak, you beat Washington in overtime, scored late in the game. Now, to be fair, they probably played pretty well that game. You beat Anaheim 7-4, had the lead. Anaheim got close. Edmonton put it away. Shocked San Jose with the rally. Get crushed by Minnesota 7-3. Not good enough against Toronto, lose 5-2. Sleepy game against Calgary, you lose 4-3. So and that's the thing. Like I said this after the homestand, they went 4-4. That could have been 2-6 or 2-4-2.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. The results still matter. But that's why I don't have this feeling where it's like, oh yeah, Jay, 4 points behind Vegas, they're going to make that up in 3 weeks. Watch it. Like I'm not sitting here thinking they're going 7-2 in their next 9 games. I can't feel that way.
No, but if they continue this pace of play, they're the over-under on points for the Oilers. Do you know what it's at to finish with?
93.
92.5.
See, I should own my own sports book.
Yeah, you should. That'd be good. With a man dressed like that, the world is your oyster. But if they continue this pace of play, if they play the rest of the year at that points percentage, they'll go over that. Now, is 94 points, does that get you in the playoffs?
This year it probably does.
Probably.
Yes. Well, most years that would, yeah.
Right? Especially in the Pacific Division, which isn't that strong. I think absolutely that does. And then once you're in the playoffs, all bets are off.
Well, and if they finish second, they're going to play another team that's flawed.
Well, and then
even if they win, like unless they wind up in a wild card and have to play Colorado, they're going to play a team they're capable of beating in the first round.
Yes.
Even if they drop to a wild card and play Vegas. But again, how deep are they really able to go?
Well, and that's the importance of finishing this season out and making damn sure you don't get into a spot where you're in that wild card position.
Right.
Because you're either playing Vegas or Colorado.
Yeah.
And you do not want to cross over into the Central.
That's a good point.
Right?
We are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. UFC 326 is live Saturday, March 7th at the Canadian Brewhouse. Catch every punch, enjoy ice-cold drinks, and nonstop action. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. Jamie Thomas out of Winnipeg when we get back.
Josh Morrissey of the Jets will miss at least one game for Winnipeg after going down with an upper body injury in Canada's opening Olympic game against Czechia. Winnipeg plays Vancouver Wednesday. Kevin Lankinen of the Canucks missing that one possibly. Has the potential to due to flight delays. According to ESPN, the Falcons are planning to put a franchise tag on 25-year-old Kyle Pitts. Atlanta has until next Tuesday to make their decision on a tag for Pitts, with the 25-year-old recording nearly 1,000 receiving yards and adding 5 touchdowns last season. Earlier today, the Jays dropped a 4-3 game to the Mets in spring training, dropping to 1-2 2. In the Grapefruit League, they challenge the Yankees tomorrow. And over in the NBA, there's 3 games on today's schedule. The Spurs and Pistons dance at 5 o'clock. San Antonio with 8 straight wins, second in the West, while Detroit leads the Eastern Conference. 42 wins total, 5 of which are in a row. Later on, it's the Kings and Grizzlies throwing down at 6 before Utah visits Houston at 7:30. Jamie Thomas from the Ground Control Podcast checks in on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Hangout.
I understand both sides of this, but this defender saying that just says that when McDavid gets shut down, he doesn't have supporting cast. But the other side to that, to me, is the best players, the greatest of all time. When we're talking about the greats, not just an average player. We're talking about the greats here. When we're talking about the Messiers and the Gretzkys and the Crosbys, they elevate in those moments.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment, for representing our country so well. Our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Okay, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instants, and of course, sports betting. You want to go to daily specials, EST specials. We already have. We always have a bunch of fun stuff there. Jay's play of the day is looking at the Oilers' regular season destination. What's the line on that again?
It's Oilers to finish second in the Pacific is plus 300.
Okay, that's
so
not
4
bad.
to as you would have it. What would that be? 4-1?
Yeah, yeah. You can post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Lazaretto says, "Didn't this guy just say all this like 15 minutes ago?" What guy and what was said?
You, Coob?
The sports updates.
Oh well, yeah, that's part of.
That's part of doing news.
Breaks.
Yeah, that's part of doing news. Yeah,
not a lot of news today.
No, yeah, probably be a lot of the same stuff today.
Just keeping everybody updated.
Yeah, but that's a staple of live radio. Tends to be hourly, half hourly, 3 times an hour updates.
Tis.
Yeah. Well, we're teaching Lazaretto about how it works.
Maybe he's new to radio.
Yeah. I used to work at a radio station. They did a newscast every half hour.
On the hour.
And every bottom of the hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on? And then sometimes they do the weather every 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And traffic?
Yes. Oh, it was insane.
What did you say?
Lazaretto would not have liked that. He would have been quite unhappy with that.
Would you just introduce yourself and throw
once
to
a
traffic?
day for Lazaretto? That's all he needs.
Yeah, once a day at 4:20.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all you need. Tell me everything I need to know.
We should call that now the Lazaretto Sports Update.
Yeah. Hey, we're joking with you,
we're
buddy.
just having fun.
We're joking.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Hopefully listeners know if we make you part of the joke, we probably love you. Oil Country Towing video hotline is where we're going next. So I think it'll be the audio hotline for this one. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Jamie Thomas checking in from... I don't know where the hell he is. He's with the Ground Control podcast out of Winnipeg. Hi, Jamie.
You know what? This whole world's so stupid.
Okay.
Hey, Lazaretto, don't you ever remember that saying when like your mom would tell you they only bug you because they like you? That's what my mom used to tell me.
Oh, he's laughing in the chat. I think he gets the joke. I should say though, that this does allow me to tee you up, and I didn't tell you I was going to do this because I didn't know we'd be talking about this. I mean, I worked, radio in Lloyd. Obviously, was lucky enough to work at Ched and working here. But that's the thing, like. Sometimes, and that was one of the hardest things for me to learn when I worked in Lloyd was like you'd go and you'd do the morning run. I think my first sportscast was at 6. You'd go until 9, and it's like, you mean I got to rewrite? I got to make it sound different every half hour? And they're like, you got to make it. I'm like, but it's the same stuff over and over again. And your boss is like, I don't care. You make it sound different and interesting every half hour. I assume you went through that at some point.
Yeah, when I did the morning show in Hamilton at TSN 1150. God rest his soul. We would have to do that every half hour. You're right, and then we'd have the 4 things or whatever, and then we'd just move them around. We'd put number 1 and number 4 just to make it sound different. Just anything. But I remember, like when I first went on radio and did my first radio show, I'm like, holy. Because I was so used to everybody writing everything for me, except for my on-cams. Like, all my highlights were written. Like, I did nothing at Sportsnet. So all of a sudden, I happened to talk on my own. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I have to actually use my brain here for a second. So that took a bit. But, man, like, the stuff that you talk about in 3 hours, and by the end of it, you're, like, so tired of hearing your voice. So, yeah, great business, though.
I'll tell you this quickly, and then we'll get to the Hellebuyck and the hockey stuff. For anybody who was doing a morning radio sportscast during the Olympics when they're in Europe, like they just were, that's gold.
Yes.
Because then you can actually say, hey, the Canadian just went in slalom. They're 4th. There's 5 more skiers to come. Come back in half hour. I'll tell you where they finished. Like that. This the last 2 weeks would have been a dream for someone doing like Kub is doing morning updates. Well, like Eric was doing. Eric was doing that on this station. Yeah.
Well, another thing too, like that was a dream, but it was not a dream working in local television when the Olympics were on, because you had to decipher how long you had to wait because you had to wait 12 hours or 24 hours to show the highlights, and you could only show 30 seconds per sport. And you could only show a total of 2 minutes. So you're doing highlights from the day before, and then you're just trying to remember not to say yesterday or today or something. It was ridiculous. And if you went over, they were always watching as well. So, I mean, doing the radio updates was fun. But, man, when we did television, we had to, like, totally remember. Has it been 12 hours? Has it been 13? Like, you're trying to do all the time zone stuff like that. So that part was not fun.
Yeah, and how do I make this still relevant, like you said, if it's after the fact?
I know you've seen this. Yeah. Not on this. Not on this network, though, because we're not the rights holders.
You got to find the angle, Jamie, where you tell the story and then the aftermath, like the Norwegian cross country skier that had admitted to his adulterous ways.
Right. That Norwegian skier has a dad that lives in Lethbridge, so we're going to make this local.
Yeah, right. Yeah, some connection. Yeah. All right, Jamie Thomas. Of course, you cover the Winnipeg Jets. You do the Ground Control podcast. Well, I'll just start generally here. What were you thinking watching Hellebuyck perform at that high level yesterday morning?
Yeah, well, so like full disclosure, I'm cheering for Canada, so I'm getting pissed off when he's doing all that stuff. So, you're just so used to seeing it. And I know a lot of the narrative coming in is he couldn't win the big one when the games mattered. I mean, I thought he was tremendous last year at the Four Nations face-off. So and then unfortunately, the greatest player in the world beats him when he's left alone in the high slot for Canada to win that game. And I felt bad for him afterwards because I went in the American dressing room in Boston and they were crushed. But I remember talking to Zach Rowinski about Hellebuyck, and he said, like, that guy is so good. He's the best player in the world. And Dylan Larkin said the same thing. He looked like the best player in the world last night. I know Canada didn't help themselves, but he was locked in and dialed in. So totally thrilled for him today, because what a weight off his back that he was able to lock in and get the Americans the gold medal yesterday. So, but, you know, talking with Adam Lowry today and Scott Arniel, you know, they've all seen it before. They know how good he is. It was just nice for the rest of the world to understand just how good Connor Hellebuyck is.
All right, so what's the sentiment in Winnipeg? I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people a lot of Jets fans who are obviously Canadians, crushed.
Yeah.
Probably happy, though, for Hellebuyck. Is there any, okay, buddy, time to do that in late April and May now for the Jets? Is there any of that going around?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sarcasm. Where was that for the Jets this year? But I'm like, I would argue he hasn't had a lot of help. And then, of course, he had that surgery and missed 13 games, and that really kind of made things more challenging for the Jets for the position that they're in now. They're 11 points out of a playoff spot. But you would love to see clearly that performance and then a little bit more. But man, like, they have such an uphill climb. Scott Arniel was saying today, St. Louis did this last year, and Nashville really put on a tear towards the end of the year. It's totally possible. They play Chicago a couple of times. They play St. Louis. They play Nashville. They've got Anaheim a couple of times. They've got San Jose, bunch of teams in front of them. So those are, like, no doubt about it. Like, even starting Wednesday in Vancouver, you have to win those games. So not out of the realm of possibility. But I mean, there's another, like, Connor Hellebuyck's not playing Wednesday in Vancouver, clearly. He might be busy at the White House tomorrow. The White House tomorrow. And then Josh Morrissey, not sure about his availability, because clearly, as everyone in Canada saw, did not play after the first game of the Olympics. So if you're down your number one defenseman for any stretch of time, it also makes things a little bit more challenging for them. But that is why they play the games, my friend. So it'll be very interesting to see how this goes. But a very important road trip coming up as they start in Vancouver. They play Anaheim and then San Jose to wrap it up Friday and Sunday.
Jamie Thomas from the official podcast of the Winnipeg Jets, Ground Control Podcast. The Jets have 5 games left prior to the trade deadline.
Right.
How much does the outcome of these games affect the organization's approach to trade deadline day, or is that already been decided?
I would have a hard time believing that some decisions haven't been made already. But I think this 3-game road trip is probably going to be the telltale sign of what's going to happen next, right? If you go 0-3, then you're really in a tough spot, especially if you're losing to teams in front of you in the playoff race. But who knows? Like, where do they go? Who gets moved? That type of stuff. But you can't tell me this road trip coming up doesn't play a large role in what they're doing. And I'm sure they've had some conversations about some players, like unrestricted players. I'm not sure what the waters are like right now for somebody like Logan Stanley, who's a UFA next year, but is having a heck of a year right now. Clearly a career year. He's probably going to get, if Morrissey misses some time, he's going to get some possible looks on that number one power play. Maybe, he's already been on PP2 for a stretch here before the Olympics. But man, these next 5 games, very important for where the Jets are moving on in this direction, or what direction they're going at the trade deadline.
Yeah, just to, I feel like I'm reacquainting myself with the standings, and as you were talking, my eyes kind of popped out. I'd forgot the Winnipeg Jets were 11 points out of the postseason.
Yeah, that's a mess. Yeah. The way I know Anaheim and San Jose are, they're the up and comers right now, and they're moving their way up, and they keep falling out because they just don't have all those experienced guys, and they're just starting to build into that direction where the organizations want to go. But man, it's like to jump that many teams. It's a tall ask, and I think they have to win 20 of their last 26 to get to where they need to go. Like that's big. And they went 7-3-3 and only made up 1 point at one stretch there. So it's it's going to be tough, guys. And of course, as I tell you many times, I drink the blue Kool-Aid more than anybody for this organization. But that is, it's a big mountain to climb. They're taking it one game at a time, as they said today. And that's really, I guess, the only way they can approach it.
Well, there's no room for error, right? If you have a 2-week stretch and you go 2-4-1 in 7 games, it gets over. It's that simple.
Right. And then we just, it's not easy to beat Anaheim and San Jose right now, especially in their home buildings. They went out to California earlier in the year and got blitzkrieged out there. It was not fun to watch. So, I mean, LA beat them and then they lost in San Jose and Anaheim. So we'll have to see where this goes. But further to what question was asked earlier, I think that road trip is going to be a big story of what's going to happen for the Winnipeg Jets at the trade deadline.
All right. Jamie, before we let you go, was there anything else besides the hockey that you got pulled into during the Olympics or that you like watching? I like watching short track speed skating because it can be bedlam and there's strategy and speed involved. Certainly curling is big. I mean, Mark Kennedy, the F-off guy, is from St. Albert, as I'm sure you remember. So that was a storyline here. Is there a specific event you like or maybe a specific storyline from these Olympics that resonated with you?
Right. I always like the snowboarding, the half pipe snowboarding and the big air stuff. That stuff's tremendous. And I felt bad for Mark McMorris. One thing I love about those guys is they're always in a good mood. Even if they, you know what I mean? They'll fall and they'll have a huge smile on their face. They got 2 thumbs up. I'm like, that's how we should all approach life. It's just, I think it's never a bad day for a snowboarder or anybody in the big air, the half pipe life. So, love that. Really, what almost, was crushed for the ladies, having a 1-0 lead in the United States in the gold medal game. I really thought they were going to pull that off. But I could sit there and watch the Olympics all day. It's so easy to do. At least I'm in withdrawal already today. I was getting a little bit tired at some stretches, but at least you had something to watch every morning when you woke up. And for nothing to be on today, that was a little odd.
Yeah, you have to go back to watching the morning cartoons and all that stuff. Yeah, poke it out.
Actually talking to my kids again.
Yeah. They forgot you were still in the house, Papa.
Yeah, that's the first time in probably a long time my wife wasn't annoyed with me while I was drinking coffee. So it's just
that's awesome. Hey, buddy, we love having you on. It is a great story for Winnipeg Jets fans to see Hellebuyck do that, though it's heartbreaking for Canadians. Yeah, we'll talk to you down the road. Enjoy the resumption of the NHL season, my friend.
Yeah, sorry you couldn't see my handsome face on the old video today, but I have a big zit, so that's why I came on when on the radio.
Jeez, all right. That's the always handsome Jamie Thomas from the Ground Control podcast out of Winnipeg, joining us on the Oil Country Towing hotline. Yeah, that is going to be a long haul for the Jets. Probably not a haul that they will successfully haul.
Well, they'd have to leapfrog 5 teams, right?
That's hard enough in itself.
That's hard enough, very hard. But they have been playing better as of late. And I was on the lock shop with Huss today, and he noted that their goal differential is improving as the season has moved along. It's one of the lowest given their ranking,
right,
in the conference. But yeah, all those other teams are trying to leapfrog and move up too.
Right.
And you've talked about this over your years of covering the Oilers. When you're in this situation, unless something really like another 10-game win streak or another couple of those teams tank,
right,
it's hard to do.
Yeah. All right, you can get in touch, 780-218-9999. That is the afternoon inbox, powered by River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't forget all their happy hour specials. Tap 25 happy hour, for example, $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottle and draft, domestic and import, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine, served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. This is available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. All right, we're going to the final of the hour. We got buying or selling for Damon Bunting. We're going to revisit our off-topic topic for William Huff because you guys have been sensational in some of the things you've been sending in. Words of the day for Edmonton Public Library, too. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a goalie.
Is Olympic gold bigger than a Stanley Cup?
That's a good question. For me personally, no. But I grew up in North America. I mean, even if you ask some of the Swedish players, Finnish players, Czech players, they might look at as Olympic gold more important because that's what they grew up thinking about a lot of the time. But I'm going to hire it.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment. For representing our country so well, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment. For representing our country so well, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
Games on the NBA schedule in just a moment. The Spurs and Pistons go at it. San Antonio winning 8 straight. They're second in the West, while Detroit leads the Eastern Conference with 42 wins, rolling with 5 wins in a row. After that, the Kings and Grizzlies throw down at 6 before Utah visits Houston at 7:30. In boxing news, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao will square off once again in September. Mayweather will be 49 years old. Pacquiao, 48 years of age once they enter the ring for their rematch, 11 years in the making. No weight class has been announced for the fight. NHL news. Josh Morrissey will miss at least one more game for the Jets after going down with an upper body injury in Canada's opening game against Czechia. Winnipeg plays Vancouver Wednesday. Kevin Lankinen of the Canucks possibly missing that one due to flight delays. And ESPN, they've reported that the Falcons are planning to franchise tag Kyle Pitts, with the 25-year-old recording nearly 1,000 receiving yards, adding 5 touchdowns in 2025. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Is this a new? All right, hope you're having a pleasant Monday. It's kind of snowy out there earlier, eh? I think it's stopped now. It looks a little overcast here.
Yeah, it was sunny. Now it's overcast.
So much for a round of golf after work.
Yeah. If you don't like the weather in Alberta, just wait 5 minutes.
Look at Koob. Koob is actually in
Koob's
tears,
just wondering,
not tears of laughter.
Why did his life
He's like,
decisions
why
take
did
him
I
here?
take this job? Well, when he took this job, we weren't working here.
It's a good point.
Yeah. When did you meet the Coop?
He's kind of thrust on him. When did I meet the Coop? Like
Super
when you
Bowl
were
party 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah,
or you might have came in for a hangout once or twice.
Probably.
But that was one of the memories. For
that was
sure
like
that I remember.
early, like that was pure Zacticum days.
Pure, yeah. Vacticum.
Zacticum.
Yeah, I would vacuum every once in a while.
Now you're the Coob. I mean, look at your growth.
Yeah, I know. I've explored a lot of different names.
There's a question for you in the nasty chat. I'll leave it because you already answered it on air. So I'll leave it to you to answer that person specifically in the nasty chat, if that's okay.
I will. I will do that, Reid.
Yeah, check in the nasty chat on YouTube. Edmonton Sports Talk is the channel, of course, where you can find us. Subscribe to EST if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up if you have not already done so.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Remember, we try to get to at least 100 thumbs every show. We need 13 thumbs to get there. We need a Mike Riley number of thumbs.
Ooh, good one.
So let's get us there quickly, and then we'll be in gravy territory. Maybe you're listening on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Those are great. I often use iHeart. When
That's my
I
go-to.
get up in the morning, I use the iHeart, stream it in my car. It's really easy to do it. Like if somebody tells you like, oh, I could never listen to a radio station on my phone.
Well,
first of all, don't slap them. Resist the urge to slap them. And then go, didn't they used to do, didn't Seth and Amy do that on SNL? Really? Wasn't that one of their segments?
I don't know.
Oh, really? You can't listen to things on your phone. It's a handheld computer, for crying out loud.
Yes.
What was I talking about? Oh, you got a limerick. Oh, no, I was going to talk about the suits.
Yeah.
God, I'm like a little puppy.
Yeah, it's good.
So, yeah, if you're on the YouTube stream, Jay and I are wearing suits today, very rare occasion, and these are courtesy Modern Measure downtown. Who helped us out again?
Richie and Jared.
Yeah, incredible guys.
Wonderful.
Incredible. Like, you just walk in there. It's one of those businesses you walk into and you just feel like everything's going to be fine.
They got this.
You know, like, you ever have that
That's
vibe?
a good point.
It's like sometimes I'll walk into a store and I'll be like, I don't know. Are they going to have it? Are they going to help me? Will they know the answers to my questions?
Right.
You walk into Modern Measure and I just felt like it's going to be fine.
It's the opposite feeling of when you walk into a Costco. Just think of that.
Well, Costco, you know what you're going to get. You just don't know.
Just still,
you're just
it's a
going to
traumatic
take 5 hours to get it.
It's traumatizing.
Or they'll need the forklift to get it off the top shelf.
Right.
By the way, your daughter did not come through on Saturday, did she?
For what?
The mustard.
Oh, no, she didn't. I forgot about that.
So, which one was that? That was Faith?
Faith, yeah.
So, I don't know if Faith really knows me very well. So, we're picking up our suits.
She sees you a lot.
And they're going to Costco later in the day. And I said, hey, can you get me like a big tub of mustard? Like, the bigger, the better. So I have it for my sandwiches. And she's like, okay, I guess. But once when I was like a teenager, I was at like Costco with my mom and dad. And they had like those, like I think they're 4-liter tubs of mayonnaise.
Massive.
And there was a worker nearby. And I was like, I grabbed it off the shelf and I carried it. I was like, hey, do you have anything larger than these? And he's like, no, we don't. I'm like, oh. And I acted all depressed. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I guess.
Yes. So anyway, the suits have nothing to do with mayonnaise or mustard. The suits are for Modern Measure. We got custom fitted. We got them, after 2 or 3 weeks? They came in. We picked them up. They fit great. We love how they look. We're having fun
We
wearing
didn't even
them.
try them on. They said, here, take them.
Yeah.
They're going to fit. They fit perfectly. They fit like a glove because they're custom.
You went with a very sort of traditional black.
Yeah, I needed a black suit.
Yeah, I went with the burgundy, which I like, which I think is kind of I've noticed, like I think even old Gene Principe has a burgundy suit.
Well, yeah,
But I'll be wearing this. I'll be wearing this into eternity.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So that's what you'll get buried in?
Well, I want to be cremated.
Oh, you can
Did
be
they
cremated in a suit.
you? Yeah. Or they'll just be like, just burn the suit and bury me.
You know what, Reid? You're dead anyways.
Yeah, I won't care.
Who cares?
I will not care. I do love this color though.
This came in from Poop Stains.
Uh-oh.
He says, Jay, I love the suit, but it kind of makes it look like your forehead is growing more than it is.
What? Oh my God.
P.S. Don't worry about transplants. That's effing stupid. Unless you're a young guy. I didn't know.
Is this your toupee hairstylist?
I didn't know suits have that capability of making my my receding hairline look more receding.
Oh my goodness! I
should have got
poop stains often leave you shocked, especially today.
I should have asked for the suit that makes my hair look more full. Dang it!
Yeah, I should have been something like
boat on that one.
Do you have anything that makes me look more athletic?
How about a suit that makes me look like I'm in my 20s again? Yeah, actually, this might have done it. Reid.
This might have done it. You look pretty good.
They are dashing. Bootsky says, for our off-topic topic for William Huff, which was what extra gift would medalists get at an Edmonton Olympics? He said they can hand out talking Commissioner Quinn stuffies where you pull the string and it renders a questionable decision.
Oh, jeez. That's pretty good.
Yeah, she's not...
That's the poor Quinn Phillips. We love her.
We love her.
Limerick time. You want to read this one too?
Sure.
For VR Montenegro?
To all the athletes, enjoy a libation. Is that regale?
Regale.
Regale chums with tales of participation. Time to hang up the rings, return to normal things, like my afternoon Rue de Coronation.
That's pretty good. VR Montenegro just watching
on fire.
His Coronation Street marathon all afternoon. Who's the main character on Coronation Street? Is there a character that's well known? Like, who was it? Victor Davis on Young and the Restless? Was it
I'm
Victor Davis? We were talking about him recently.
We talked about soap operas.
Oh, yeah. We did best soap opera characters of all time.
Coronation Street.
Like, who's it about? I guess it's about everybody on the street.
The first person that shows up is William Roche. That's Ken Barlow.
Oh, of course.
Coronation Street. I mean, what is that? Is it like a British?
Yeah, I think it's only half an hour and it's on every day for
But is it a soap-like show?
I think it's a soap, yeah. But I think it's only half an hour. I don't think it's an hour like the North American soaps.
Barbara Knox? Now, I don't know if her name's Barbara Knox or if her actress name is Barbara.
We have no idea.
We have no idea who these people are.
It's fun, though.
Yeah.
Let's hop into buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Okay, this is in response to an email that I got from a listener of ours, Grumpy Cat.
Oh, yeah, legend.
He says, hey, Reid and Jay, as the Canadian men head to the gold medal match for curling, this is obviously sent prior to them winning the gold, I was wondering, is Ben Hebert the Canadian lead, the best Canadian lead of all time, if not of all curlers of all time? His accomplishments are longer than Canadian greats like Kevin Martin, Randy Ferbey, and Glenn Howard, providing his versatility in that role and ability to play with many different teams. Not sure if discussing curling leads is good content, but you might have additional input as more astute student of the games through the 90s and 2000s.
Well, okay, first of all, I believe he says it Hebert, doesn't he? Is it Hebert or Hebert? I thought he said it Hebert.
Hebert, Ben Hebert.
So I think this is actually easily solved, though I think it leads into a larger discussion we want to have about that game Saturday.
Sure.
So Ben Hebert's good old Wikipedia. In 2019, Hebert was named the greatest Canadian male lead in history in a TSN poll of broadcasters, reporters, and other top curlers.
There you go.
So I don't think Ben Hebert is at all overlooked in any way. He is now a two-time Olympic gold medalist, 2010 and 2026. He is a two-time world champion, 08 and 16. Also finished second twice and third once. So he's very, very well decorated. Five-time Brier champion. I mean, he's outstanding.
And I mean, if you look at his accolades, he's been a part of a team that's won 5 Briers.
Yes,
he's won 2 Olympic gold medals.
Yes,
I mean, when you look at Kevin Martin, he's won 1 gold and 4 Briers. Okay,
now for part of Kevin Martin's career, they weren't going to the Olympics,
right? But there is also a certain level of prestige that comes with being the skip, as opposed to the lead.
For sure. The skips are going to get more accolades.
Sure.
Whether it's fair or not.
Naturally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Well, let's get into it. That's when we were meeting. was when that game was on, and we both got in, we both got out, and my daughter had she was watching the game, keeping me updated. But it's funny, when I went to Costco, I just put it in my cart on the CBC Gem.
That's how you watched?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And I had the volume up because I'm like, I don't care. It's not like I'm watching curling.
Right.
And the amount of people that would stop me and say, "What's the score?"
Right.
"What's the score? Who's up? What's up?" And in the line, I had two other guys who had found my cart that their significant other was waiting with their cart that had come up and kind of huddled around my cart and watched the end of that game.
Well, that was a fantastic game. So you and I watched the first 4 ends, ran over to Modern Measure, got the suit, and then I went to my parents for the rest. So I missed the 5th and 6th ends. And we were at Modern Measure, and we were like, this one's like, what a game already.
Yeah.
Because both teams had chances and sort of missed opportunities because the other team just did enough. And we were like, oh, yeah, Canada could have had, they got the hammer, but they could be ahead and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then, we should emphasize this. The Great Britain team, Bruce Mowat, they're the number 1 team in the world.
Yes.
These guys aren't pushovers. They somehow only went 5-4 in the round robin. By the way, how about Switzerland? Lost 1 game, got the bronze.
Yeah.
Because they went undefeated in the round robin and lost to Great Britain in the semi. The field was arguably the greatest field ever.
Yeah.
We're going to have Mark Kennedy on the show at some point.
Absolutely.
He's probably traveling back today as well. And are they hopping right into the Briar?
Well, they're back, and then I think they leave for the Briar on Wednesday.
And I'm sure Mark has 4,000 interview requests. Ours is probably at the top of the queue, but nonetheless. But then just that 9th end, right? Just that slight miss, if you even want to call it that, by Great Britain. Canada pounces, gets 3, and then it forces Great Britain to make. I think that was an impossible shot, what Mowat had to try at the end, because the 2 Canadian yellows at the top
were so close.
How do you kill both of them?
Yeah.
So Canada wound up getting credited with another steal in the 10th to win 9-6. Mark Kennedy curls 93%. Hebert curls 98%. The British lead, first of all, is this not the best name ever for a British curler? Hammy McMillan Jr.
Oh.
What sport? What other sport do you want him to play?
Us, Hammy McMillan Jr.
Discus? No way. Yeah. Half pipe? No way.
No way. You were born for curling.
You're born to curl, Hammy McMillan Jr. Get out there and sweep. He's 99%. Who's doing? Just give him 100. What did he miss? Oh, that one should have rolled another 1/4 inch. That was a fantastic game.
I know, but didn't there used to be a Team Scotland?
I think for Worlds they do Scotland.
Because of the Olympics.
For Olympics, for some reason, they do Great Britain.
Because Bruce Mowat, that team was clearly Scottish.
Yes.
But they're playing for Great Britain because that's the country they reside in. But I thought, I don't know. I guess it's different in Worlds.
So we're talking about rule changes maybe in hockey with 3-on-3. Maybe I'll ask Mark about this when we have him on. But both teams were up against the clock in the end, right? I would like to see them go. I don't even remember how much time they get for the match, but I think they should get a set amount of time for 9 ends, and then in the 10th you always get 5 minutes or whatever.
So you're not up against.
Though I guess the point is you got to leave yourself enough time at the end. But I kind of felt a little bad for Britain on that last rock because it's kind of like, hey, we're doing this. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
they didn't have time to think about anything else. He just had to throw it. Now, the other argument is Reid, you got to plan for that earlier in the game, I suppose. But I felt a little... And Canada was rushed, too. I think they even kind of had a moment like, hey, we sure? Yeah, okay, good, right. We're doing it. But that was a great match. I was really happy for Mark Kennedy. His worldwide fame, he's all over the internet now.
Oh, yes. Not in the best light.
Not always in the... Well, hey, I get it. If you're not Canadian, maybe you don't like what he said so much, but...
Which is... It's too bad, because both you and I know Mark personally.
Yeah.
And salt of the earth kind of guy, right? And it was funny to hear Dave Nedwin on the show last week.
Yes.
Saying that the second
Swedish guy he got mad at
from Sweden was the Matthew Tkachuk of curling. And immediately everybody knows what he's talking about.
Yes. Yeah. and you suspect that, yes, Mark is a fiery, competitive guy, But almost immediately to go to the blank off comment, you're like, okay, this is probably years of pent up.
Oh yeah, and probably not just from their team.
Right. Oh yeah.
Collectively, the whole group was probably like, oh, good. Finally, somebody stood up to that guy.
Right. So, but I was really happy to see them win. A few years ago, TSN did a ranking. I think Mark was named the greatest third of all time.
Got to be.
So that was an incredible team, but the competition was absolutely incredible. So Mark will be on the show at some point. I mean, he's busy, but we want to get his firsthand account of. I mean, he's talked about that incident, but now the aftermath of it. And I mentioned this. I can't remember if it was the day you were away or not, but everywhere the thing that he might find annoying years from now is like he'll be picking apples in a supermarket and he'll put a bruised one back, and someone will be like, "Hey, Mark, did you tell that apple to just blank off like you did that Swedish guy?
Was your finger still on that apple?"
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, thanks, guys.
I get it.
Thanks, guys.
I get it.
Yeah, I've heard that one before, but I was really excited to see them win. Like I obviously I want all the Canadian athletes to do well, but Mark's from here, oldest guy on the Olympic team. And again, just for them to win the level of curling the whole week, just to make the play, like Great Britain's number one in the world. They went 5-4 in the round robin, and then had to beat an undefeated team in the semi.
Pretty incredible. But yeah, even Brad Jacobs was saying to get back to Sault Ste. Marie today, and he says, I won't even be able to really celebrate because it's off to the Briar, which is in St. John's starting Friday. That's going to be fun. I love the Briar. I love the Scotties. You give me a high class.
I love the high-end curling.
High-end curling, I'll watch it.
Because we'll
be able to watch curling during our show.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Yeah. Because it's so dramatic. And you and I were doing this last week when we were lucky enough to have games on during the day. The play along at home element, and then the constant reminder of how little we guys like us understand curling.
Right.
Like we love it. We understand the rules. We understand what they're trying to do. But Jay and I are watching, and the skips are talking about it with their teammates, and Jay and I'll be like, okay, what if he knocks out the red? Okay, what if he knocked out the red and spun it off the yellow? Well, what if he froze to the yellow, or what if he just bumped back? So Jay and I are like 5 possibilities. And then the commentator's like, well, clearly you'd have to be an idiot to bump back the yellow. And we're kind of like, oh, we just said that. And then the skip is like, does some shot where it's like, that's what okay. And then they do it. It's like, hey, angle in off this, bump this back, spin this one over. And, the commentator was Mike Harris, and it was Mike Harris and Jennifer Jones, who were like legends in their own right.
Sure.
They're describing what's going to happen. And we're like, what?
Right.
And then Harris would be like, actually a pretty simple shot. Jay and I are like, what are you talking about?
Well, they make it look simple, Reid.
Yeah.
And the way that they can freeze to one of their own stones or freeze to a stone, the weight of that is it's amazing. And that's watching that amount of detail and perfection. It's easy to gravitate towards curling.
I like. And maybe this is why, in some ways, it's a little bit about golf, right? Because it's such a feel sport. I mean, you'll see a guy or a lady throw a rock, and it's out of their hand for like half a second, and they're like, feels heavy, or feels heavy. Might be heavy. Like they're like, oh no, that's back 8, not on the button. But yeah, that was just a great game, high level curling. And Rachel Holman got a medal as well. I mean, she battled all week, so but really happy to see the Canadian men get that curling gold.
All right. Look at this. Nolan from St. Albert in the River Crew Resort and Casino inbox. You guys have honestly got me into watching curling. Bunch of big curling fans in my family. I've always respected how hard of a game it is, but I've never really cared to watch until the Olympics began. You guys know how to sell the moment. Well, hurry hard.
Well,
Nolan from St. Albert.
I will say this. If Jay and I are enthusiastic about something, we're not putting it on. If we like something, you're going to be able to tell that we like it.
There's no fakeness here.
Right. And we did, and that's true. We did watch a lot of curling as much as we could together.
Every chance
and we were trying to play along at home. And the only time we were right was on the German guy.
Right.
He did
screwed up.
He should have listened to us because we both said something and he did something else. He might have still lost if he did one of the things we did, but that feels like that was a month ago already, because that was early in the round robin, wasn't it? Was that before the swearing game even?
No.
It might have been right after.
No, I think it was after. Maybe it wasn't.
It might.
I think I'm thinking about the Swiss player who screwed up.
Which one was that one?
It was the last stone where he screwed up and left an opening for Canada to draw to the button for the win, I think.
Well, I don't remember that one.
So much curling.
So much.
I don't blame you, bruh.
Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere with Play Alberta. You have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app and get started today. Remember to use your game sense. Go on the app and look for the EST specials with Jay's Play of the Day. All right, we're going to revisit the off-topic topic and have some fun chat in the next segment. Words of the Day is coming up. I'll tell you what, everybody. We need one thumb up to get to 100 on YouTube. So let's get there by the time we get back. Here's the Coop.
Three games in the NBA today, one of which are live as the Spurs up 14-9 on the Pistons. About 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. At 6 o'clock, the Grizzlies tip off with the Kings. Well, for the nightcap at 7:30, it's the Jazz out in Houston to face the Rockets. In boxing news, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao will rematch in September. 11 years in the making, with Mayweather turning 49 on Tuesday. Pacquiao will be 48 years old once they enter the ring again. No weight class has been announced for that bout. NHL news. Josh Morrissey will miss at least one game for the Jets. He went down with an upper body injury to kick off the men's Olympic hockey tournament when Canada faced Czechia. Winnipeg plays Vancouver Wednesday, with Kevin Lankinen of the Canucks possibly missing that one due to flight delays. Down south, it's ESPN reporting that the Falcons are planning to franchise tag Kyle Pitts, with the 25-year-old recording nearly 1,000 receiving yards, adding 5 touchdowns in 2025. Atlanta has until next Tuesday to make their decision on a tag for Pitts. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week, or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. More with Reid and Jay following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I'm just so happy that game didn't go to overtime. Maybe because I couldn't. I mean, mentally, physically, my heart, I don't think I could have handled it. Second of all, it would have been a shame for that game to end 3-on-3. I'm sorry.
I know.
Like, thank God they got it done on the power play. I was already sitting there going, oh my God, please tell me we're not going to 3-on-3 and Sebastian Aho is going to get loose and go win this game. And
Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Edmonton, be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 present the baddest show on earth. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, March 19th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Well, if you know that music, you know what that means. It's limerick time, baby. This one comes in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999, from McBrownmark. Matt and Brady are living the dream. They're so smug, makes me want to scream. They're grating and brash. Kiss my Canadian ash! Once you're done, can you come to my team?
Oh, my goodness. Well,
pretty good.
That's how it goes, isn't it?
Pretty good. For the off-topic topic for William Huff, Coach Mike says a framed photo of Chet Palmer.
That's what all the Olympians would get.
Every one of them.
All the medalists would get after Edmonton. So the off-topic topic for William Huff is, what extra gift would Olympic medalists get after winning a medal in the Edmonton Olympics?
Got a lot of donaires.
A lot of donaires.
Is Edmonton like the official hub of donaires?
I feel like donaire, it's just, for some reason, it's very, I don't mind a donaire, but I don't seek out donaires. But I feel as if there's a lot of people, that's their go-to sort of fast food. Coob, are you a donarian?
I like donaires, but there's much better fast foods.
I cannot tell you the last time I had one. And not by like, I love a donaire.
Sometimes I just get the itch for the sweet sauce.
But I always find the spices and whatnot that they use, like, I leave feeling like a fat ass. Like, I'm just gluttonous.
Kind of what you aim for. Yeah. Well, when you're eating a donaire, that's kind of the fallout.
I don't need that. I'd rather feel refreshed and like, that was nice and light and
I enjoy that.
Top of the day.
Yeah, you don't have them every day. Like, I think Trev, at one point when he first had a donaire, when he came here to EST, he was having a donaire probably, I don't know, 5 days a week.
Yeah, I don't think that's good for your arteries.
No, I don't. I don't think it is either.
My brother-in-law's text in, Aaron. Says off-topic topic. What about one of those Eskimo little footballs that they used to slingshot up into the crowd? Do you remember those?
Well, but they still throw the footballs into the crowd.
They were remember they had the slingshot?
Yes.
And I think somebody reached for it.
Oh, it fell over.
And that was the end of the slingshot.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Good little football. Yeah, they could get some kind of little plastic, like for some sport that they didn't even compete in. Like the shot putter would get a javelin.
Of course.
But it doesn't have to be a plushie. Because we've had donaires, I think a combination of plushie donaires or a real donaire. You and I said green onion cake. Give them an actual green onion cake.
Yes.
Talus balls certainly got suggested, or one ball, like a little, they almost look like a Christmas ornament.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your ball. Bull balls got suggested.
Bull balls?
Truck balls.
Oh, truck nuts. Truck nuts, yeah. Like, what is going on?
I just Googled this. Edmonton is considered the unofficial donaire capital of Canada, boasting over 120 specialized shops, significantly more than Calgary or Toronto.
Oh, wow.
While the donaire originated in Halifax, Edmonton's high density of vendors and popularity as a late-night staple has cemented its reputation for the usually sweet-sauced, topped, pita-wrapped, spiced meat creation.
But But there's been a version of a donaire around for centuries, has there not?
Yeah, it's like a wrap, like a euro.
Yeah, it's not. It's a variation of a wrapped.
Yeah,
A
dish.
shawarma, right? That's chicken usually, but isn't the meat itself is the
donaire meat?
Yeah, it's just a seasoning that you put on it. So it's kind of the same thing, but
has like real donaire meat. I think has goat in it.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
well, it's like I thought shepherd's pie was just really any form of meat pie, but it has to be specifically
goat
or lamb.
Lamb.
It's a
not
cottage
goat.
pie
Not-
if it's beef.
Not
lamb.
goat. I'm just
Not
sorry.
goat.
We still have our goat. It's the lamb that we killed. Yeah. Sorry, I
yes.
forgot.
Once they make a certain age, they're safe.
Yeah, it's got time to go.
So we've had, what else did people suggest? The mutart or mutart?
Mutart.
A little,
Mutart.
little novelty.
Yeah, like
pyramid.
A collection of those.
Yeah.
Well, what about a small Walter Dale bridge?
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's crazy that we never talked about? You remember that guy that climbed that high rise where was it? He climbed the building.
It was in Asia somewhere, wasn't
Somewhere in Asia. Forget what it was.
The Burkafor or something like that?
Burj Khalifa?
No, not in Dubai, but
Yeah.
I don't. Where was that city? Anyway, they had cameras everywhere, right?
Right.
And in the background of one, I got to find out what city this was because I want to find this.
Okay.
In the background of one of the shots, I'm like, this guy? That is an exact replica of the Walter Dale Bridge.
What?
Oh, really?
They had a Walter Dale Bridge in whatever city this guy was climbing that skyscraper in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. What's it called? I wish there was a way that you could quickly access information like this.
If only we had a device or devices of varying sizes. Koob, I'm going to need help today or tomorrow.
Okay.
On my computer. Because now when I go into Google Chrome, the default page is the Yahoo search and not the Google search.
Oh.
I didn't change it. What happened?
Did you update your device, Reid? We'll figure it out.
Okay, you have to help.
I know.
You'll help, or somebody can help me.
Okay, so it was in Taiwan. I'm
Yeah.
just searching up the bridges of Taiwan.
Well, it's like when I went to Vancouver, they have the same person who made the Northlands Coliseum here built in the other arena. I forget the name of
Pacific
Pacific Coliseum.
Pacific Coliseum.
Yeah, and it looks identical.
Okay, I think
Rexall.
this is it. Google Rainbow Bridge Taiwan.
Let's do it.
Rainbow. Everybody do this at home. Rainbow Bridge, Taiwan.
Now, I saw it from
But there's
a
only
distance.
so many ways to build a bridge.
Whoa.
It's red.
I know, but it was white in the thing.
Isn't that just a specific
Like, doesn't that
kind of bridge?
kind of look like the Walt? Maybe
Well, it
Maybe
has
it's a
those
Walt
similar arcs.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It has similar arches, I should say.
Maybe I'm an idiot.
No, I don't think you're an idiot. I think
They should have put that on the background
Walter Dale
of the
comes
postcard.
up higher. The
Higher.
arches seem to be more extreme on the Walter Dale.
Yeah, I guess it looks similar. And I mean, he was 1,000 feet in the air, and it was a longer distance away.
Well, you all of a sudden thought he was in Edmonton for a second.
Like, he's in Edmonton.
Maybe you could see
he's
it. Yeah,
climbing the
he's
Stantec.
climbing the Enbridge Tower.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe from China you can see Edmonton like you can the mountains from here in Edmonton.
Good point,
right?
Coop.
Yeah.
Don't say that out loud. Scotty Knows says you must have installed the Yahoo search plugin, Reid.
I don't want that. I like my Google as my opening page.
Like how mine is like this?
Yes. All of a sudden, I don't have that today.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Who's
Google
played
it.
a trick on me?
I got you, Reid.
What is this? I don't know if I'm saying this right. In Konu says it's called an almanac. I still own them. That's how you look things up.
Darn right.
A scale model of Shanks.
Oh,
that's something you could give out to people.
Good one, Spencer.
What else are we missing?
Well,
asphalt from a pothole.
Yeah, construction sign.
A chunk of
a
construction
miniature
debris.
construction sign.
That's what you could give the medalists, construction debris.
That would be good.
And of course, now they're getting here's the world famous Paul Walter Booger McBoogerton receiving
His gold medal. Yes. Jason Milne, a local radio host of the like, somewhat of the like, presenting it to Mr. Biggerton, and now the local novelty gift. That looks like a chunk of asphalt. Oh, it is. Interesting. Mr. Milne just picked that up on his way over. They just
everybody gets a photo radar ticket.
That'd be great.
Welcome to Edmonton.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. When are we going to host the Olympics?
Once a lamb reaches a certain age, doesn't that become mutton? Chauncey, yes, it does. You want to harvest that thing before it ages.
Okay, so a lamb is a lamb. That's a baby goat?
No, that's a baby,
baby sheep?
Sheep.
What's the difference between goats and sheep? Well, a baby goat is a kid. A baby goat is a kid.
Yeah, and then
so a lamb is a baby sheep.
And it turns into a ewe or a ram.
Okay.
I think.
For sheep or for goats.
I don't know what it is if you castrate it, though.
Because, okay, so...
What? Is that word bother you?
Coob's all titillated.
I don't know what it'd be called either.
Yeah.
Just a good question.
So a baby sheep is a lamb, and then what's an adult lamb? Just sheep? Whether it's a boy or a girl?
But there's ewe and a ram.
For sheep?
I believe, yes.
Okay, and then for goats, they're kids.
I believe it's still a ram.
So is a male sheep a ram?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Do they have horns? Or do they get all fluffy too?
Sheep? No. I don't think so.
Oh, well, to answer to your question, for a castrated male, it's weather.
Weather?
Or wether.
Wither.
How do you spell it?
Wether.
Weather.
Weather.
Weather. Ram.
Reminds me of Bill Withers. Sitting on the dock of the bay.
We've really educated people.
We are all over God's green earth.
We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Don't forget, tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday just leveled up at the Canadian Brewhouse. All day, $3.49 new tacos and quesadillas. After 4 p.m., sip on $5.99 margaritas, $2 off Corona tankers, and tequila shots starting at $5.99. The Oilers traveled today. They will visit the Anaheim Ducks on Wednesday, so they'll have a practice tomorrow in Anaheim. 8:30 game on Wednesday. Tom Gazzola will have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 7:30 Wednesday night. Will be a little bit of a late one to get you back into the swing of NHL action. Adam Henrique expected to return from injury. Kasperi Kapanen might miss a couple of games with a minor issue, and we'll see if Connor McDavid plays in that game. I'm sure he will be offered the opportunity to have the evening off. So what, the Jets have already said no Hellebuyck on Wednesday when they play Vancouver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Jamie Thomas said.
So they need some points, but they're not going to be going with him in that game. If you want to get in touch, 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. That's how you text us. River Cree Resort and Casino has the River Cree mobile app, free to download, get exclusive offers and promotions, get show tickets, make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants, safe, secure, and easy to use. Smith TM14 says you guys should suit up every day. Well, maybe we'll do it more often than never.
Maybe.
I don't think I've ever had a tie on before, have I?
Maybe I'll come to an Oilers game with you and we'll have to dress up like this.
Yeah, that's fine. Why not? You'd enjoy going to an Oilers game. You could meet Mark Spector, Jim Matheson. Jack Michaels. You've met Jack, haven't you?
Yeah, I've met Jack.
No, you've met Stoff. Like, you know Stoff going all the way back.
I used to ride on the bus with Stoff when he called our games at the Golden Bears football.
Really?
He still will not eat. Like, he's got the brainiest brain. He remembers everything.
Yeah.
He never remembers who I am. And I think it's a front.
It might be.
I think he's just screwing with me. What, Coop? You got a smug grin on your face right now.
I'm enjoying the show.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Glad we were entertained.
We will we will enjoy it with words of the day when we get back.
A trio of games in the NBA. Entering the second quarter, play the Pistons up 27-24 on the Spurs, with San Antonio on an 8-game win streak. They're second in the West. Detroit leading the East with 42 wins, rolling with 5 wins in a row. After that, the Kings and Grizzlies throw down at 6 before Utah visits Houston at 7:30. In boxing news, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao will square off once again in September. Mayweather will be 49 years old. Pacquiao, 48 years of age once they enter the ring for their rematch, 11 years in the making. No weight class has been announced for the fight. To the NHL, Josh Morrissey will miss at least one game for the Jets after going down with an upper body injury in Canada's opening Olympic game against Czechia. Winnipeg plays Vancouver on Wednesday. Kevin Lankinen of the Canucks possibly missing that one due to flight delays. And ESPN, they've reported that the Falcons are planning to franchise tag Kyle Pitts, a 25-year-old recording nearly 1,000 receiving yards, adding 5 touchdowns last season. Atlanta has until next Tuesday to make their decision on a tag for Pitts. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The final segment of today's Reid Wilkins Show brings us back following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoon.
From Sports Illustrated. Ben Steiner, overall, what did you make of Canada's performance today?
I don't know if you guys remember too much of the early mornings and late nights of watching the Sochi 2014 Olympics, but that tournament was super easy. I think to have it so close, to have it so exciting, to have them have to fight until 35 seconds left today to come back in the quarterfinal, it makes this tournament memorable.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons, 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 present the baddest show on earth. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, March 19th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. It's 5:48. He's Jay. I'm Reid. Big thanks to Modern Measure for the brand new suits, Modern Measure Monday here on Edmonton Sports Talk. So who else is going? There's going to be other big suit unveils.
Yeah, I think the morning show boys will go.
Oh my!
I think Maddie is going to go. A Wannick. And then I believe Tommy. Tommy is, but he may have changed.
Okay,
and offered it to Ben, maybe.
And are Gager and Hernan going?
Yes.
Okay.
I think they should be going right away.
It's going to be fun. So we're going to have a lot of cool unveils to show you. I wonder what colors other guys will get.
I think Gager's going to say, surprise me. Take my measurements and surprise me.
No way.
I think so. He's that kind of guy.
Tell me what looks good on me.
Yeah.
Well, everything looks good on Gager.
Well, it does. And he was the one that suggested a black suit. He said every man needs a good black suit.
See, and I have, well, you've seen me, and it's kind of a more charcoaly, I guess. But I have a good one there. So I wanted to get something that stands out a little more. And again, I love the color burgundy.
It looks fantastic.
And I know burgundy's kind of in right now, but I don't care if burgundy goes out. I'm wearing this suit forever. I love it.
This came in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tommy V says, "Hey Jay and Reid, can you explain the franchise tag in the NFL to me, please?" It's a 1-year guaranteed contract. And I believe they can only each team can only designate one player for the franchise tag.
Yeah.
It restricts a player from becoming unrestricted.
Right.
And so they can keep that player.
They say you can't be a free agent. Sorry, buddy.
They can keep that player without having to sign them long term.
And I think they can only do it to each player once.
Right.
Yeah.
And the player will get a salary that is derived from the top 5 positions in there. So Koob, who from the Atlanta Falcons today, that was
Kyle Pitts.
So he tight end, he'll get the average salary of the top 5 salary. So you get paid, but you don't get the term. And they do that to keep a player without having to lock them in long term.
Right. I think there was surprise that the Seahawks said they were not going to do that with Walker.
Right.
I think
they could. And the player has no...
Now, can a team name one per year? Or is there a limit on how often you can name a franchise player?
That I don't know.
I know it's a maximum of one per year. But, yeah, and I think once a team puts the franchise tag on you, they can't do it again, right? They can't keep saying, oh, sorry, we keep you for another year. Oh, sorry, we keep you for another year.
Right. Quick limerick that just came in.
Nice.
Been a nice limerick day here.
Really good.
This comes in. This is a bonus limerick from Mick Brown, Mark. So the Yanks, they gave us the boots, violating our Canadian roots. Though you may have that treasure, we have modern measure. Gold medalists in custom-made suits.
Oh, that's very good. Wow.
Well done, Mick Brown.
This might have been the best collection of limericks we've ever had.
Very thoughtful.
Excellent stuff. Let's wrap her up with the words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. EPL won't tell you what to read, just where to find it. Intellectual freedom is your right to read, watch, listen, and explore ideas without barriers. Learn more about how EPL protects your freedom to read at intellectualfreedom.ca.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Reid Wilkins, whoa.
By the way, we're well over 100 thumbs. Thanks, everybody.
First word of the day.
Imagine if that was the word. W-A.
Speaking of W-A, first word of the day, 4A.
F-O-R-A-Y, foray. And this is sort of like going into something or approaching or entering something. For example, you and I this summer had our first foray into the Edmonton Garrison Golf Course.
A foray is an initial and often hesitant attempt to do something in a new or different field or area of activity.
Oh, I didn't realize it had to be hesitant.
Often hesitant, not always.
Okay.
But it's a new... It's
doing something new.
It's an attempt to do something in a different field or area of activity, which is why I gave it to you, because that was...
So I think I said your first attempt or first approach at something, yeah.
Okay, second word of the day. Laconic. Laconic.
Okay. Laconic. Laconic. And does this refer to a slower, deliberate manner of speaking?
Ish. Yeah, ish. You're there. Laconic describes someone or something communicating with few words.
Oh, with few words. No, I thought it meant you actually spoke slowly.
The reason, because what did you say?
I said a slow or deliberate manner of speaking. Like someone who actually spoke slowly.
Laconic is saying things with few words. The stand-up comedian is known for his laconic wit and mastery of the one-liner.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, you could give me a 0.2 because I knew it was a manner of speaking, but...
Yeah, I'll give you
I got at least 3 out of 4. It was a good day.
Yeah, I'll pitch you in a Yan mark. 1.13.
Yeah.
So 3.13 out of 4. Not bad to start the week.
No, that's a good start to the week. For Ray, I was pretty confident about. Laconic, I knew how to spell it. I'm a little disappointed I didn't know the exact definition. All right, Luke Gazdick, Sean Bell going to join us tomorrow. Plenty to talk about with them. Our Hernet and Gager on the morning show tomorrow, 6 a.m. So tune in for those guys. Big thanks to the Cougs, Zach Kubish, Jason Milne. Big thanks to Modern Measure for the suits. I'm Reid. Have a good evening.